county.
Yeah, I mean, which is fine, means we get to keep what we have. They basically build them just for our house.
You want it to be muted? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Pilot Point Bearcat pregame show, brought to you by Homeland Roofing on Pilot Point Bearcats. This is Pilot Point Bearcat football live on pilotpointbearcats.com. And now to the stadium with Ryan Menard and John Little. This is the Pilot Point Bearcat pregame. This is the Pilot Point Bearcat pregame show, brought to you by Homeland Roofing on pilotpointbearcats.com. And now, here's your host, Ryan Menard, with John Little and Chris Nordman.
This is the Pilot Point Bearcat pregame show brought to you by Homeland Roofing. It's the full crew with me tonight with John and Chris here. Going back to last Friday night, homecoming, what an up and down performance last Friday night for the Bearcats against Boyd. It hurt to let that one get away, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did, Ryan. Losing a key district game like that at home, during homecoming no less, it's a really tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, we got off to a slow start, made that comeback, and that just hurts when you have a chance late in the game and we blew it. And that sucks to lose those.
Yeah, I think the Bearcats expelled all their energy just crawling back into the game. I think that's kind of been a theme of what we've seen a lot this year is the Bearcats have gotten down 10 or 14 in a couple of these games and claw their way back. The Paradise game comes to mind, the Boyd game, the Ponder game, and in a couple of those games against the better teams like Boyd and Paradise, you just emptied the gas tank just to get back in the game in the fourth quarter, and after that, had nothing left to give, and that's tough on them, but that just seems to be how football is when you only have 19 guys wearing helmets on the sideline on a Friday night. So lack of depth has gotten us a handful of times. But, with us on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, we have a couple games left to play. So we've been talking about it on this show the last couple weeks about how the playoffs started when the Bearcats went on the road to face Ponder. And they got the win there, but they couldn't bring home the win against Boyd. So we're definitely on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. As a coaching staff and as the players, how do you think they're going to approach these final weeks of practice and now the final couple of games, especially the last home game for these seniors in a couple Friday nights?
Yeah, for me, Ryan, I think we're not completely mathematically out of the playoff picture, so the coaches have to do a great job this week of just pumping the boys back up after that loss and consistently reminding them that they still have something to play for in the season. So it's still one game at a time, and to take it further, it's they got to get them focused down to winning just one play at a time. Because I'll repeat myself again, and Nordy touched on it. The benefits of us getting an early lead and not playing from behind the scoreboard is just paramount with our limited roster numbers. And as you guys have seen, we expended way too much energy doing that. So if we can just get the coaching staff to pump the boys back up and make sure they know that there's still something to play for in this season. They can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, Nordy, what are your thoughts?
So I have kind of the same thoughts that John has. If you play Friday, kickoffs at 7:30, let's get out fast, let's get going, let's put some points up. That's all you can focus on. We're still mathematically in it. I think we got to win the next two and have Boyd lose or something like that to be able to make the playoffs, but that's not your worry right now. You got to win Friday. That's the main focus, is put a bunch of points up on the board and come up Friday with the win, and then you can maybe start looking at what comes after that. But Friday's a big game. It's another chance to get in the playoffs, so hopefully we can get out fast and get going.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's a little bit of pride that comes in here. Just these last two games, even if you are mathematically eliminated, you're going to be putting on the Pilot Point jersey 2 more times at least. You're going to go out there and represent the town playing football. You have to give it all you've got. You have to go out there and leave it all on the field. And also with the limited roster numbers, you really don't have a choice, right? So if you don't go out there and leave it all on the field and you don't give it your all, you could really get humiliated, and that's hopefully it's not what the program's about. That's not what I think Kyle or Keith are about. And I just think they need to go out, and the playoffs on the line or not, go out there with some heart and pride and put it on the line and try to bring home a win. And that should be the goal just every night when they take the field. So we're going to get into the district results from last week and some of the district standings. So Boyd obviously beat Pilot Point at Pilot Point 35-28. Brock in another close-fought last-minute win for Brock. Brock on the road in Paradise pulls out an 18-13 win with a late fourth-quarter touchdown to get that win. And then Peaster got their first district win of the year, only their second win all year, with a 55-35 road win at Ponder, which sets up this week's Pilot Point. Will be on the road for Peaster. Brock will be at home versus Ponder, and Whitesboro will be at home versus Paradise. That leads us into the next segment we got here. What do you know about Peaster? Peaster's 2-6 on the season, 1-3 in district play. Peaster is one of the mysteries of the district. This was supposed to be a big season for them. They made the playoffs last year, and they were picked by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine to finish third in the district this year. We saw it, made a lot of sense when the magazine first came out. John and I were both thinking, yeah, that makes sense. They made the playoffs last year. They're returning most all of their starters this year, and most all of them were 3-year starters. Quarterback Gunnar McElroy, who can sling it. Big, physical, talented running back Tramar Gilbert. Wide receiver Rhett Steen. We've seen these guys play over the last couple seasons, and they were all back. And just looking at the stats, they seem to be underperforming. Peaster runs a spread offense, and they like to pass, but they only average 24.25 points a game, and they're pretty lacking on the defensive side, letting up 37 points per game against. Now, if anyone from Peaster listens to this, I may be about to start some controversy, but so what? It's late in the year, who cares? My impression of the Peaster team last year was they were much more talented in the way they played, and they almost seemed to refuse to use Tramar Gilbert in big situations. Tramar Gilbert is Peaster's most versatile, explosive athlete. He's big, he's fast, he's hard to tackle. Yet time after time, they refused to turn to him when they needed the yards in favor of the pass attack. The Peaster O-line is the biggest weakness on the team. They had an impossible time trying to protect Gunnar McElroy back there. He's a good athlete and can sling it, but they couldn't keep him upright. They struggled in the passing game some. And then you look and you see that the Peaster head coach is Gunnar's dad, Gary McElroy. And I can't help but think that might have something to do with the play calling. John, you want to go first on what you think about that? What you think about Peaster?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Ron, and I'll get into Tramar Gilbert in my keys to the game because I agree with you. He's a beast. But I've coached my son, Jake, all the way through from soccer, baseball, basketball, football. He retired himself after the 8th grade football season. But I think, and I was the head coach in most of those teams. I think what the parents really appreciated about my style, and I'm sure you'll see this with Red as well when he's growing up, Ryan, is that, for me, of course, I wanted to develop all the kids, and I didn't really care if Jake played quarterback or left tackle. And speaking of which, his 5th and 6th grade year, he did play left tackle for me. And if you see Jake now, he's definitely not a left tackle. He's got about 5% body fat. He's lean, quick, but back then he hadn't hit puberty just like the rest of them, and we didn't have anybody over the ball carrying weight block, and he was one of our best blockers. Difficult spot as a coach to have a son on the team, but you got to do the right things for the team to win. And like I said, I'll get into it with my keys, but I think Tramar Gilbert is Peaster's key to victory. But we'll see what they come up with their game plan on Friday night. How about you, Nordy?
So I'm going to kind of do something like we did last week where me and you were on the same page last week, John, about having a bye week coming off a big game, and Ryan was completely opposite. I'm going to go with I'd watch out for Peaster here. I was looking up some of their stats, and they've played 5 ranked teams on the year. One of them was a 2A ranked team in Toller, but Toller's still a pretty good team. Their 2 wins, there was Castleberry and Ponder. Castleberry's they beat them 44-0. Castleberry's only win, I believe, is against a team that hasn't scored all year. So that was kind of Castleberry's not a good team. Ponder, we thought they were pretty decent. They gave us a good run for our money, and they handled them pretty well. So I'm they're not a slack team. We got to watch out for them. And I believe there's some rain in the radar, and they're in a grass field, so it could be a little mud ball for us. I'm going to be nervous about this running back that's just a monster to stop. It could be a pretty tough game. I don't want to necessarily call it a trap game, but we really got to come in there and be focused on this team because they could put it to us. And this is the second week in a row we're playing a team that's coming off their best week. So Boyd had a pretty good game the week before, and Peaster just put up 55 against Ponder last week. So this team's not a slack. I'll be interested to see what happens.
I'm always just so baffled every week when I see Ponder just gets beat every week, and seeing him play. And I kind of expected Ponder to handle Peaster from everything we've been seeing. But yeah, sometimes the record doesn't tell the full story, Nordy. Sometimes they are playing a bunch of good teams, and when they get an opportunity to play a team not as good as the rest, they show out. And that's what Peaster did last week with a 20-point win over Ponder. So what they showed us is if we don't bring it Friday night, we don't come ready to play. They're just as capable of getting us as Boyd was, and really in any team that Papa plays. This team just isn't explosive enough to separate themselves from anybody. So they're going to have to go out there and put together 4 good quarters of football. And speaking of that, needing 4 good quarters of football this week. Nordy, who is your guy to kind of drive the bus there and get us 4 good quarters of football?
So I'm going to go back to a guy I picked my first week in the big month. I think I used monstrosity of a man in Ryan Riney this week. I think it's going to be a tough game in the trenches, be a little mud bowl, be a little sloppy, and I'm hoping this hog is wallering around in the mud out there and having a ball, because we're going to need him to be disruptive on the D-line, and the running back they got's a pretty big dude, so we're going to need him to put up a fight there, and then I'm hoping he can pave the way for Gage Friday, because we're going to need to run the ball quite a bit. So I'm going with Ryan Riney again this week. Last time I picked him, we come up with a victory, so hopefully that works again.
John, let's go ahead and go to you.
Yeah, I think the player to watch, obviously every week, it seems like it's White Smith to Aston Kirby. That connection is something to watch. But I'm going against the grain again this week, and I'm going to go with senior linebacker number 24, Cale Martin, a.k.a. the Cale Crunch. So I'm going to mix in the salad. And he's second on the team in tackles with 67 tackles behind Colin Lynch, who has 98. I'll be watching Cale this week, mainly because it's paramount that we stop that big running back, number 11, Tremar Gilbert. So I'll be watching Cale to carry the brunt of that responsibility. Cale's a strong, athletic kid, but Gilbert is next level. He's got offers from Abilene Christian, Sam Houston, and even drawing some interest from the likes of Texas Tech.
Yeah, that information right there lends you to believe even more that they're just not using them correctly down there in Peaster. And for me, it's a pretty clear line on maybe why that is. But I don't like making the generic pick generally. But ultimately, at this point, over 600 yards receiving and 10 touchdowns over the last 3 games. If I told you 600 yards receiving and 10 touchdowns for a season, I could get you to believe that it's probably a pretty good season. Coming into this season, matter of fact, no surprise Aston Kirby was going to lead the pack in receiving for the Bearcats. But if you had to tell me, hey, put a number on what you think he's going to get this year, it probably would have been a little north of 600 yards, maybe not a whole lot more, but a little bit more. I don't know if I would have guessed 10 touchdowns all season. And that's what he's done in the last 3 weeks. He's really showing out, trying to put this Bearcat team on his back. He's made great plays on defense too. But this Friday night, real winnable game on the road, in the rain. We need somebody who put us on their back and carry us across. And who better than a guy with the Mississippi mud flap to carry us through a mud bowl and into the wind column. So I'm going to go that route. I'm going to go, with the man who's really dragging us along so far as my player to watch. So now that we've gotten through players to watch, let's get over to John for his 3 keys of the game.
Yes, sir, Ryan and Orty. So key number 3. To me, key number 3 is battle of the quarterbacks. So again, we have really 2 really good quarterbacks going into it Friday night with our Wyatt Smith versus Peaster's Gunnar McElroy. Both are seniors. Both are seasoned veteran play callers, been at the helm for quite a while now. Wyatt has 1,639 passing yards with 17 touchdowns on only 2 interceptions this season for 107 quarterback rating, up from improved from 103 last year, and he had 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions last year. So Wyatt's killing it again. Meanwhile, Gunnar has 1,541 passing yards with 14 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. His quarterback rating is 88 this season, and that's actually down. Last season he had a heck of a year. He He was at 109 quarterback rating last season. So look for whichever quarterback has the better evening to come out on top in this game. That's key number 3. And key number 2. So key number 2 to me, you guys touched on it, it could be a muddy track. So I'm looking at the turnover battle. I think a key fumble or 2 could be the difference in this one. We got a key fumble from those guys last year. Maybe even some interceptions. They like to sling it no matter if it's going to be slinging mud or not. So we'll look for that muddy track to be a factor. That's key number 2. And key number 1. Key number 1, it's a 1990 classic. Let me get it going here. Put your dance pants on there, Nordy. Just can't touch this. Yeah, so to me, the key to this game is the guy that you touched on, Rhines. It's the big physical running back, Tremar Gilbert. He's 6'3", 200 pounds, and if he gets over 15 touches in this game, I think the Bearcats are going to be in trouble. He had 16 carries for 214 yards on the ground and 3 total touchdowns in their win last week against Ponder. And so we'll have to cover Tremar in the passing game as well and try to limit his touches there too, because he can be explosive as a pass receiver as well. I saw he caught a key wheel route, one-handed no less, against Paradise and took it 75 yards down the sideline to the house, and one of the more impressive plays that you'll see in high school football this year, a couple weeks ago. He had 21 total touchdowns last year with 15 of them on the ground, and he has 14 total touchdowns this season with 6 of them have been on through the air. And he also averages 129 all-purpose yards per game. And so I'm imploring our Bearcats not to kick number 11 the ball. Don't let him touch it. Hopefully he can't touch it. And, oh, by the way, he also leads the team with 2 interceptions as well. He was all-district offensive running back and also as a linebacker last year. And so I went back to the stats last year in our 31-13 win over Peaster, and they had 29 carries total for 92 yards. That included the quarterback as well, but it's only a 3.2 yard per carry average. So I'm going to predict if we can hold Peaster under 100 yards rushing, that we win this ball game. It might be a tough task, but we'll see. If they're over 100 and Tremar has 3 touchdowns, that means he's doing the hammer dance, and he's got the hammer dance pants on, and probably he'll end up being the hammer, acting as MC Hammer, and the Bearcats will be the nail. If Tremar gets over 15, 20 carries, we could be in trouble. That's key number 1.
Yeah, so just some of the stats you threw out about almost half of his touchdowns through the air is on the ground leads me to believe that they're just not using them the same way I would use them. And, I mean, that's really a break for all the teams that have to face Peaster, is not to let him get 20, 25 carries a game. So, but that's what we have to look forward to Friday night. Pilot Point on the road at Peaster. Peaster, the last time we were there was just last year, man. They had an excellent atmosphere for a football game Friday night. We asked a few times if it was homecoming, just because how many people were there and the energy level, and it wasn't. It was just a random game. So I believe it'll probably be senior night for the Greyhounds Friday night. A lot of these players that kind of started the program. This is only, I think, the 3rd year of the program. So a lot of these first-generation Greyhound football players will be having their senior night. So they're going to be bringing it. It's going to take the Pilot Point Bearcats bringing a great effort to get a win Friday night.
Yes, sir.
So that's all we have for you on the pregame show. We'll see y'all Friday night at Peaster for those that are there. For those that aren't, make sure pilotpointbearcats.com, click and subscribe to the YouTube page. Get active in the Sunset Pool subscriber chat, and we'll be there bringing you Bearcat football. That's all we have for the show. Thank y'all. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
Homeland Roofing LLC has been serving the DFW area since 2014 and is a proud sponsor of Bearcats football. Homeland Roofing is a full-service contractor who specializes in storm restoration and provides end-to-end service for all insurance claims. If you've had storm damage, you've filed a claim but have questions about that next step, or you'd like a complimentary inspection, call Homeland Roofing at 469-343-3536, 469-343-3536, or find us on Facebook, Homeland Roofing, Texas.
The views and opinions expressed by Ryan Menard and John Little are those of the broadcaster and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Pilot Point Independent School District or PilotPointBearcats.com. Any content or comments provided by our broadcast team is their opinion and is not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything. This broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the expressed written consent of PilotPointBearcats.com.
This is Pilot Point Bearcat Football live on PilotPointBearcats.com. And now to the stadium with Ryan Menard and John Little.
We are live. Good evening, Bearcat fans. This is Pilot Point Bearcat Football on PilotPointBearcats.com. It's raining, it's nasty, it's ugly out here, but we're here. As all of you, if you've seen on Twitter, you're listening now, know we are going to be audio only with the video, the camera on the scoreboard due to the only place to really film the games on the roof. And with the rain that we've gotten so far and the rain that we're going to continue to get throughout the game, just kind of unsafe up there on the top of a metal building. So we're going to be audio only tonight where you all can see the scoreboard and the time, but we'll be trying to paint the best picture of the game we can. And tonight it's going to be me and I would say Mr. 29 John Little, but if you've made the drive out here and you're listening on your phone now, it was brutal. It was a long drive. It was a nasty drive. John comes from Melissa. So he's not here yet, but he'll make an entrance at some point. So we gave Nordy a mic to fill in for the few minutes, so we'll see how this goes.
Yo, Ryan, John did text me, said he is in the building somewhere. He's walking up. It's a little walk around the building. So he's here. I'm only going to be in here for just a brief moment. It's kind of like baseball nowadays where you let the reliever start the game, and then you might bring the starter later in. So I'm going to fill a spot for just a little bit, but you know, all you Bearcat fans love 29 coming in, so he'll be in here shortly.
The opener, the recent trend of the opener. Well, Nordy, I'll pose these questions to you, and you're not prepared, so here we go.
I'll give you my best shot.
John, Chris, we had a tough loss at home last week. Set to where Pilot Point doesn't control our own destiny when it comes to the playoff picture. But if we want any chance going forward to make the playoffs, we have to get a win tonight. Give me the potential good and the bad of what the Bearcats might face with the weather tonight, because the weather's going to play a factor. Give me how you think it could be good for the Bearcats. Give me what you think might be bad for the Bearcats with the weather.
So first off, kind of the bad is these Peaster Greyhounds got a pretty good running back there in the backfield. And I think it's going to be a lot of ground and pound style offense from both teams here. So we can look for that monster to be in the backfield tonight. The good thing is that ball's going to be a little slippery, so we can see some turnovers, and hopefully the Bearcats can come out here fast start, get some points up, get some turnovers, and control this ball all night. That's kind of my good and bad. See what happens.
That's going to be a real interesting viewpoint, because we said on the Homeland Roofing pregame show that we personally thought that they relied on Gunnar McElroy too much, and we thought that they should run the ball more. Tramar Gilbert's big, he's physical, he's versatile, he's explosive, and when just time and time again we've seen him not seemingly using him enough. And when the weather's like this, which is not conducive for throwing the football, may force them to put the ball in his hands a little bit more than the Bearcat defense would like. Going to be some slipping and sliding. This is an all-grass field out here, so if you look at the field, just like any grass football field at the end of the season, your hash marks, your numbers, the field looks really good. You start getting into certain parts of the center of the field between the hash marks, you start seeing some wear and tear. So really, I'm seeing between the 10 and the 30 on both ends are real rough, and then right down the goalkeeper pull 50-yard line, the grass is worn, and I have a feeling that everybody, the Peaster especially, is going to be happy that this is the last home game of the season, considering how this field looks now and how it's probably going to look at the end of 4 quarters tonight.
Ryan, looks like both sidelines are just a standing pool of water. That's not going to be fun to be standing in at all.
No, I hate it. I hate wet socks, and they're going to get their socks wet immediately.
Looks like the Bearcats are warming up inside the red zone over here to stay out of those puddles on the sideline over there.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. Last year we were here, and that's part of my in the same boat as Pilot Point in regards to playoff positioning, though. It's senior night here. The Bearcats seemed distracted coming out last week after homecoming festivities. Were you bothered by pregame festivities back when we played, or how much do you think this might affect Peaster with not only the pregame festivities but the rain and everything that's different?
I hated pregame festivities.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my parents loved it, loved seeing senior night, getting to walk out there, but I hated it.
Yeah.
I wanted to get focused on the game. I wanted to get out there, get a good start going, and it's just kind of a distraction as a player to me. Some people love it, but I was not a big fan.
Yeah, we did homecoming stuff at halftime when it was homecoming.
We never had to worry about that, Ryan. They didn't vote on us.
I didn't get too many votes for homecoming king back in the day, but we did ours at halftime. But senior night for me was in front of, I think, probably the biggest crowd to ever play at Massey when we played Aubrey that year, and you might as well send a robot out there. Like I wasn't thinking anything about senior night. I was thinking about that first drive we were going to have and putting points on the board.
We had Callisburg, and I feel bad for my mom because I was not smiling. I had the goggles on, and I was in the zone. They were fogging up a little bit. I was not a picture-worthy photo that my mother would love.
Yes. Well, this is Pilot Point's third matchup with this young Peaster Greyhound football program. Pilot Point's 2-0 in the matchup so far. I was very impressed with the game day atmosphere put on here at Peaster last year. We actually asked a couple different times if it was homecoming or not, and they were told no. It was just a regular home football game. The atmosphere is quite a bit different tonight considering the weather. They had senior night. It's like the only people in the stands were students and maybe some family that didn't make the senior night walk. They've got some tents, some canopies set up in different parts of the stands.
Got ponchos all around.
Umbrellas. We've got a traveling crew of about 21 on the Bearcat sideline so far.
I'm sure they'll be nice and loud for us tonight.
Yeah, but it's going to make a sloppy night of football. So now that we've gone through that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a weather check here. So I checked it earlier, but the weather seems to change. It's raining, and looking at the radar, it looks like it's going to rain most of the game. If you pull up the percentages here in Peaster, kind of 30% chance through the entirety of the game. But when you check the radar, it was all green all the time. And I think we're ready to make a switch here, I think. Go ahead. Good, Steve. We got something special for you.
Okay, Ron. Intro music?
Yeah. Got the stone cold intro, big shotgun. If this wasn't school property, have you shotgun a beer real quick.
Throw me a Diet Coke quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to slam them together.
And then I just unloaded we went to a little bachelor party last week, and I still had the cooler in my truck till earlier. We could have done it,
Oh, man.
But, hey.
Big time.
Yeah, so you're here. You're in the building. You experienced the weather firsthand on that.
How about that drive in, huh?
Across Texas.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so I pulled up. I swear I don't know how Google Maps does this for you or if it does for anybody else. I just type in Peaster, and I don't know where it was pulling my location from. I can tell you it wasn't pulling it from where I was sitting because it said 35 miles, and I'm like, oh, that ain't that bad. Well, I think we were 30 minutes into the drive, and I looked down at my GPS, and we had 34 miles left to go. I'm like, I don't know what happened there.
You know what?
The stamp. We get stamped, right? Hey, we're ready to play. Well, my junior year, we didn't get it stamped twice all season, and it was Sanger and Muleshoe. So the senior year, whenever we couldn't actually go back into her class or we weren't going to be at school or whatever, she gave us the stamp to take with us because we told her we can't get out without a stamp. And, hey, it worked out, right?
Hey, got to improvise sometimes.
So I don't know if you saw what the Greyhound – oh, they're in the end zone. So we'll go throw it to you, man. So I'm going to ask you some of the same questions so we have a little bit before game time. Tough loss last week. Set it to where Pilot Point doesn't control their own destiny. But if we want any chance going forward, we have to get a win tonight. The weather's going to play a factor. Give me what you think might be the good that comes with that and the bad that comes with the weather tonight.
Yeah, Ryan, of course, securing the football is going to be key, right? Because on a night like tonight, on a grass, muddy turf, muddy track here, we got to secure the football. So there could be quite a bit of fumbles, and all these could be pluses and minuses, right? It just depends on who
which way the ball bounces,
who strips the ball and who takes care of it. It might change your game plan as well because both these teams like to pass. I would say both teams are probably 60-40 pass if I was guessing, without looking at the stat sheet overall.
According to the CNS Designs postgame show, Pilot Point is 60% run.
60% run,
yeah,
okay.
Which I didn't know
well,
that.
Again, that
Peaster's definitely not. They throw the ball.
Yeah, on a night like tonight, I mean, it depends on what the coordinator wants to do. Maybe they just stick with their season-long game plan. They come out and say, hey, we're still gonna run the ball 60% of the time, or what.
Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC.
So the Bearcats' first drive, they got one first down and then ultimately were forced to punt on a 4th and short. Punted it to Jamar Gilbert, who had a good return all the way down inside the Peaster Greyhound 20-yard line. And that's why we didn't really want to kick to him originally. But first down play, only a run for about 4 yards. Going to set up a 2nd and 6 here. Ball is going to be at the 12 of the Bearcats. Jamar Gilbert, tiptoeing up, only gets to about the 10.
Ooh.
So it is going to be a 3rd and probably 6 here. On that first Bearcat drive, we had a late hit on one of the Bearcats that you said was pretty excessive when they slung him down.
Yeah, they sure did. After the whistle, they got away with it. No call on the play.
Yeah.
Looked like Trey Moore fumbled that at the end of that carry right there, Ryan, but they got it back.
Yeah, they really didn't give as many yards as I originally thought, so it's going to be a full 3rd and 7 line to gain. Looks to be the 6-yard line.
Chamar has touched it on every play so far.
Yeah, well, McElroy's going to take the snap, and he's going to follow Gilbert right up the middle. And Gilbert's going to tiptoe into the end zone, and that's going to be a Peaster Greyhound touchdown. Excellent field position. Only really one real good positive play on that offensive possession there. Bearcats kind of bottled them up until just Jamar Gilbert led block for Gunnar McElroy right up the middle. And that led to a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's not the start that we had hoped for, right? We don't want to be playing from behind.
No, I think it was a slippery start up here. And
shout out to Nordy.
Yeah, shout out to Nordy for that one. So, but while we were trying to get everything squared away, the PAT is blocked. And now it's fumbled, thrown up in the air. The ball is like a bar of soap.
Wild. It's still
Jamar Gilbert now going to tackle him. And it's going to take basically the entire Bearcat special team unit. But the PAT is blocked. The next Italian PAT is blocked. We're going to stay here and try to catch you up on everything that's happened that we missed. 8:08 left in the first quarter, brought to you by Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. We missed the Southern Junkie opening kickoff that actually bounced right off of Colin Lynch's hands at about the 15. He made sure to get his hands on it around the 5, was only able to get it out around the 10. So, yeah, the Bearcats just another week where they don't get off to a sharp start. On the first offensive drive, we saw a couple plays where Aston Kirby was running Wildcat quarterback. Not sure if that was because of an equipment malfunction, a mild injury, whatever it was. Wyatt Smith ultimately did come back and made the tackle on that punt return.
Yeah, he came back on 4th down. Looked like we were gonna go for it, lined up to go for it, and then we had illegal procedure, and then Wyatt ended up punting it. But unfortunately, we punted it to Jamar Gilbert. They're probably their best athlete. Absolutely, their best athlete.
Yeah, and that's one thing you said on the pregame show. Hey, if we're going to not do one thing, let's
get
not
it away
kick
from
it to him. Yeah, and we're punting it right down the center of the field, right to him, and he
almost housed it. Yep.
Yep. So the rain has kind of ceased falling. Even when it was falling lately, it was just a real minor mist, but it was constant. So we're getting no rain falling, but the field is still just soaking wet.
It's absolutely been a factor, though, the wet conditions.
Yep.
Even on the opening kickoff, Colin Lynch hit him in the hands and bounced off his hands.
Well, this is another kick, and it's going to fall in a weird spot, and it's going to be fielded on the short hop by Aston. Aston's going to try to reverse field.
Get to the edge.
He's not having a whole lot of space, and you're not confident in your footing to make big cuts, right? He's not the most elusive, but he has good one-cut ability and turn up the field. And you're just so unsure of your footing everywhere you're at. Not going to be getting away from a bunch of guys tonight like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could tell right away when he fielded the kickoff on the near side how delicately he did a 360. Just to reverse field there.
I wonder if the Wildcat was maybe playing into the rain, right? Like, hey, it's rain. Let's maybe try to really get aggressive here and pound the rock. And here we go. We have two backs next to Wyatt Smith. It's going to be – Puga's going to step up into kind of a fullback. This is your modern-day, spread I formation. And Anderson's going to get the carry right up the middle forward, no gain.
Got a little lead run behind Puga, but nothing doing there.
It's late in the season now. This is wrapping up the first season of Coach Keith Peacock calling plays. I'd be really excited to see a little bit of diversity in the run game, and I don't know how many different ways you can do inside run versus outside run. We literally had one counter, inside zone, outside zone, but I'd like to see a little bit of diversity because this run game kind of is the same thing like that, just handoff right between the tackles, goes for 2 or 3 yards, and, sets up a 3rd and 7 here for the Bearcats, 7:20 and counting here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be a key third down conversion right here. We want to keep the ball away from Peaster in that fast start. They're playing 2 safeties high.
So 2 safeties. I don't know how much they're afraid of really throwing the ball deep with the wet conditions, but Wyatt Smith is going to quarterback read. He's going to pull it. He's going to tiptoe out of a tackler, and he's going to get down after only about 2 yards. He went down under his own accord there, but I don't think it's like if he ducked his shoulder, he really had the extra 3 or 4 yards, 3 yards he's going to need.
Brings up 4th and short.
Yeah, it's 4th and manageable with Wyatt being the punter. It's it's not a dead giveaway whether we're punting or not.
Yeah,
4th and 2.
We don't do the quick kick, which is line up in an offensive formation at the last second. If you don't like your look, back them up. So it looks like we're going for it here. Snap is a bit high. And Gage Anderson's going to power ahead right at the line to gain, maybe a little short. Oh, what are they? Where are they? Are they going to measure or no? This is 4th down. It's right at the line to gain. I can't see.
They're giving it to Peaster.
No, they gave it to Pop.
Okay.
That's an Irish Creel's taking first down. I thought he was a couple yards short.
Yeah, I thought the line judge over here was holding up a fist like he thought it was going to be 4th down. He didn't know that was 4th down.
And then we gave us first down.
Yep, the other guy on the other side gave us first down.
We'll take it. Drop back. Now we're going to throw. Have a guy.
Come on, Crew.
Real creative route. Crew Chandler's going to be able to catch it. No! Out of bounds. That's where I wish we had a good camera view because that happened. If I look straight out, I'm at about the Bearcat 46-yard line. That was at the Bearcat 42. I thought he had it.
Yeah, I did too. He definitely caught the ball. He secured it. It was a matter of his footwork. And the line judge on this side called him out of bounds, but
he had a better look. He had a better look. I mean, I felt like
right on top of it.
Crew was aware of the sideline, made me lean towards he probably stayed in, but ultimately I didn't see it. I saw one of the feet, not both of them, and that line judge was right there on it. So 2nd and 10, snap, and it's going to be a rush up the middle, and it's going to go for only 2 yards. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 8. I will say on that pass play, open receiver and plenty of time to throw.
Yeah, absolutely. But once again, the conditions might have played a factor there because Crew was. You could tell he was worried about his footwork.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't make such hard cuts. You see him really chopping their feet instead of what might normally take him 2 chops to stop.
Take an extra
3,
step.
4, and but 3rd and 7 here for the Bearcats. And this is going to be another handoff up the middle. And I like that kind of pistol formation. Let Gage get some momentum going to him, and he's going to set up a 3rd and 4th and long 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ryan, you were talking about a different variety of runs, and that time Gage did line up right behind White. Got a running start on that. I like that.
Wood's going to set up a 4th and short here. 2 running backs back there with Wyatt Smith. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to pull one from the Peaster playbook where he's just going to follow a blocker, Wyatt Smith, and get across for the first down.
On their own 36.
So it seems to me that the elements are absolutely playing a factor in the play calling, right?
Yeah.
I think we're a couple of run plays ahead of where we'd be normally.
Yeah, only one pass attempt so far. Yeah, and I like what I saw on the pass attempt though. Makes me want to give it a shot. We're getting an official timeout here to maybe respot the ball, wipe it off.
Yeah.
So a couple Irish Grove State Group first downs on this drive here for the Bearcats. Snap, and this is going to be a straight drop back to pass. Has some time now. He's being pressured, and he's going to sling it out. Gage Anderson put a good block on the rusher there. The rusher was number 54, Xavier Wilson. He's a lot bigger than Anderson, but Gage gave him a stick and bought Wyatt about an extra 2 seconds to try to find somebody. Nobody was there. He escaped the pocket and got rid of it.
Yeah, and the dangerous thing here, Ryan, is looking at their safeties, they got Traymore Gilbert and Gunnar McElroy, probably their 2 best players back at safety. So I wouldn't mind testing the edge, but we got to be careful throwing the ball down the middle of the field.
And another quarterback power.
Value to carry.
And this is going to get some yardage. It's going to get about 9 on 2nd and 10. And going to set up a 3rd and 1 here for the Bearcats.
Yeah, another nice quarterback power run. Ryan Riney leading the blocking there.
This is, definitely weather-affected game plan here. And they said, Coach Marsh on the CNS post-game report, they hit on this game a little and said the game plan really wouldn't change with the weather. As much as they're running Wyatt Smith here, I beg to differ. This has definitely been something.
We got Crew on
a little
the
jet sweep to Crew Chandler, gets the edge, going to get an Irish Grill stick first down plus some, breaks a tackle, gets out across midfield all the way to the Greyhound 40-yard line. Bearcats will be getting ready to take their first snaps in Greyhound territory on this first down play. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, brought to you by Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant.
That was another creative little run-type play, even though it counts as a pass, right?
Yeah. Here we go. 2 receivers left. Alex Puga playing fullback left and the running back left to Wyatt Smith, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Anderson sticks his head down, getting a little momentum. He's going to get at least 5 on that first down carry. Looks like he's getting 6.
I thought that was Colin Lynch, was it not?
Well, it was number 3, Colin Lynch there, and he ran with some power there. Stuck his head down.
Yeah, Colin's just a little tad taller, and he seems to run more straight ahead.
A little heavier.
Yeah, a little bit heavier, but he's nice to see fresh legs in there.
Snap. The snaps are a bit high with the new center. Colin Lynch is going to get back out up to about the 35 of the Greyhounds. Trying to get the center here. The center looks to be number 59 for the Bearcats, I believe.
Yep.
Juan Dominguez, who's taken place of Eddie Batista in his absence. Eddie Batista dressed out, not on this drive here for the Bearcats. But we do got Manny Segundo, Ryan Riney, Cole Eft, Angel Salazar, and Juan Dominguez is your offensive lineman. Crew Chandler, Aston Kirby is running backs. Snap. Wyatt Smith going to quarterback power across the right on 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard. Number 54, Xavier Wilson, come flying in.
Yeah, and they were bringing the house on that play.
Yeah, that was a negative yardage play there, so it's going to set up what looks to be a 4th and 4 here for the Bearcat. Line to gain would be the Greyhound 31-yard line.
Certainly looks like we're going for it again.
Yeah. I liked going for it earlier. I like going for it here, but this would be a good time to flip the field position if you did punt, but we're going to go for it. Roll out pass. A little risky in the rain. He's going to deliver it a little high. Crew Chandler goes up and gets it, and the line to gain was a 31. He's going to get it out across the 30 for an Irish Real Estate Group first down. Crew Chandler, a little risky there, throwing it on 4th down with the weather, but we got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I thought White had Cooper Locke out here, in the flat early, and he chose that to throw it to the second level, and it worked out because, of course, Crew was beyond the first down mark.
Well, Kel Martin playing right or tight end on the right, or is that Cooper Locke? That's Cooper Locke down there playing tight end over there. And they're going to look to pass the other way. Aston Kirby. Floated in the air. Aston Kirby did an excellent job of playing defense. Gunnar McElroy, the safety.
He's calling for offensive pass interference on that play.
So Wyatt Smith, I saw what he saw, but I think they need to communicate a little better. So the corner let Aston Kirby run right by, kind of wanting to bait Wyatt Smith into throwing that. Yeah.
Cover 2. The safety has it deep.
But the corner didn't even seem to run with Aston, though. So Aston, at that point, you and the quarterback got to be on the same page. Aston maybe should shut it down there in the hole.
Quicker.
And get it to him flatter. And this run up the middle for Anderson. He's going to break a tackle, get out across the 25. And it's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, tough run by Gage right there. Broke through the first initial tackler. Looked like a Wyatt Lacey, number 33 from Peaster. And tough running.
17th play of the drive coming for the Bearcats, and that explains why this first quarter's going quick. 1:05 left and counting here in the first quarter. And we talked about depth. We talked about letting this clock run. This could pay dividends for the Bearcats late, keeping them fresh.
Absolutely.
Okay, on 5 on the play clock, getting Anderson reset. I'm going to call an uppercut granted timeout to talk about this 3rd down. We'll go to get one commercial and come back on the other side.
For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine, either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night.
17th play of the drive coming up for the Bearcats here. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. This is a good pace for a game here in the mud. This is the Bearcats' second drive. Peaster's only had one. So, this is what you want to see when you don't have a lot of depth and you're in the mud.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 here for the Bearcats.
Aston Kirby up top. We're going to have something cooking up there.
It's going to be a full zone run, trying to get the edge. Gage Anderson cuts it up a little early, ridden down. Xavier Rhodes is a monster out there. He's making every tackle.
He is. He's getting his name called on every play, it seems like.
Every run play, I think he's the guy. And he's not, in a lot of these, he's just not in a group of guys. He's wrapping them up, bringing them down himself. It's going to set up. This is the 3rd or 4th time on this drive the Bearcats look to be going for it on 4th down, getting the ball traded out here. And it's going to be a 4th and I think it's about 3. Line to gain would be the 20-yard line of the Greyhounds.
And we put so much work into this drive. You want to see it extended.
Fourth down, Greyhounds!
The PA announcer gets lit next door to us. 8 seconds left. Oh, we're not going to – we got it off. Oh, they're going to hold a timeout.
Oh, we had a guy wide open, too.
Man, oh, man. So you bring the play clock all the way down and you realize it at 1. And, in the NFL, you kind of trust your quarterback. Most of the time they give it to him.
They give him that little extra second, it seems like, after it's 0.
Well, with the delay in the call, the coaches normally let it go to the second it goes to 0 and call a timeout. Bearcat coaches being 4th down got out ahead of it. And I think Crew Chandler in that slot there was wide open.
Yeah, he just ran a little quick curl route, and he was wide open. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah, we're going to stay here because there's only 4 seconds left in the first quarter, brought to you by Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant. Now,
hey, guys, you got me?
We got you loud and clear.
All right, I'm glad to finally get to show up. I don't know if you mentioned it, but I wanted to address everyone texting me. We can't get a camera on the roof, so we know that you only have a scoreboard and the audio, and that's probably the way it's going to be the whole game. And if Ryan and John have already mentioned it, I'm sorry. But I've been up there working on it, so be sure to say that over and over for the new people tuning in.
Yeah, I mentioned it when I first came on the air, but, yeah, I should mention it throughout that with the weather here, standing on the roof of a metal building, not the most ideal situation for anyone. So we got this camera in the press box that we can get the camera.
Here we go, 4th down.
Wyatt Smith looking 4th down, has some time. Now he's pressured. He's got to get it to a receiver, and he can't complete it. So as the first quarter ends, a 19-play drive ends in a turnover on downs, and we come back for the second quarter. Peaster will have their second drive up 6-0.
How good would you be at something if you've done it for 150 years? Probably pretty good, right? Well, at Chapin Title Company, that's exactly how much experience we bring to the table on each and every closing. Helping you realize the American dream of owning your own home is what we do best. And when we say best, we really mean it. We've been voted Texoma's #1 title company 12 years in a row. So when buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor you want to use Chapin Title right here in Pilot Point. Go Bearcats!
Hi everyone, Mom here. Corner Cafe is proud to support the 2022 Bearcat and Pilot Point. Featuring breakfast and lunch signature dishes and weekly specials, you can visit Corner Cafe 7 days a week from 7:30 to 2:30 to enjoy your favorites. Have a great season, guys, and we'll see you all soon at the corner. Go Cats!
Greyhounds coming out for this opening possession of the second quarter, brought to you by Pilot Point Community Opera House. Shout out to all those people texting Chance about what's going on. Feel free to subscribe and communicate with us in the group chat. We'd love to see you in there. It's gotten active a few times this year and a few other times it's not. So let's see you in there and see what we come up with.
Let us hear from you.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line for the Greyhounds. First drive didn't have them long to go to the end zone, so we'll see what they want to do on an actual offensive possession. That should have been pre-snap motion.
Yeah, it should have been.
Gunnar McElroy's going to be sacked in the backfield by Cooper Locke. Or is that – no, that's Cale Martin.
That's Cale Martin.
Sack there,
that's
24,
my player to watch.
Well, it should have been a pre-snap motion because they had a guy in a jet sweep motion across, and the running back also went into motion before the snap. I think why the back judge didn't call it is because that wasn't a false start move by Tramar Gilbert. He's able to move horizontally like that. The fact was he was moving at the same time somebody else was moving.
Exactly.
So that should have been a legal shift at the worst. But the Bearcats.
But regardless, we had it played well. Perfectly.
Exact. That was the downfall for Peaster last year. Good skill position players. Line couldn't protect. And the first pass attempt in this one sacked. They're going to pass attempt here. And immediately they try to get a out route from the slot, overthrown. But once again, pressure right in his face.
Incomplete.
Yeah, we've done a good job. And, Kel Martin on that first play. And then this one, I'm kind of shocked that they didn't just go out and hand the ball to Tramar Gilbert for power right off the bat.
Well, now you can't, right? Now it's third.
Yeah, now it's
a mile.
Yeah.
So the offensive line is running backward at the snap as a pass protection strategy. I don't think it's very effective because the defensive line was in Gunnar McElroy's face when he let go of that last pass.
I want to watch middle screen now.
Yeah, trips right, snap.
And there it
is.
That's
exactly what it is. And, hey, you were ready for it. Wyatt Smith was ready for it. He slowed down but couldn't bring Gilbert down. But a host of other Bearcats are ready for it. That must have been something I've all seen on film.
Yeah, it is something I've seen, Ryan, because they, like you said, they don't seem to run Tramar as much as you would think, but they do try creative ways to get him the ball, and that's one of those situations.
Well, you said he had 14 touchdowns on the year, so 8 of them on the ground, 6 of them through the air.
Through the air.
I mean, that's pretty close to, 50-50 there, so they're really trying to utilize him in the pass game. He's still a little shaken up after all those Bearcats jumped on him, but this punt is up in the air, and it is going to hit the ground and take a pretty neutral bounce. The Bearcats are going to get the ball when we come back in Greyhound territory for their third drive of the game.
After the point,
Are you looking to build that dream home or barndo? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048.
First play of this Bearcat drive is a run by Gage Anderson, and it's a big one. It's an IRC Real Estate Group first down, and a West Heightsman Insurance Service big play inside the 10-yard line. 31 yards there by the sophomore Gage Anderson's going to set the ball first, and I don't know if it's going to be goal, but it's going to be right around the 10-yard line and in the Point Bank red zone. Pilot Point looking to get on the scoreboard here and take a lead, hopefully. And are they setting the chains up or no? So they are going to set it up first and
they're laying them down now.
First and goal. It was one of those situations that was right outside the 10 or right on the 10. They marked it on the 10, so it's first and goal. Sweet motion, and it's going to be ball's on the ground. Anderson puts it on the ground, and Peaster jumps on it. Oh, boy. That's what we were worried about tonight. Yeah.
Slippery track, slippery football.
31-yard carry on it by Anderson on the first play of the drive. Second play of the drive, he puts it on the ground, and the Greyhounds fall on it. That was a fumble on the exchange there. I mean, I'm sure weather and maybe lack of focus had to do with that one.
Yeah, and I thought it was a decent play call. We had Aston going across formation and kind of had them eyeing Aston and then going back to Gage.
So we'll see if Peaster tries to put the ball on the ground here like they had success on their first drive, or throw it, which they had no success with. And they're throwing a little bubble screen, and they make the first man miss, going to get it out about to the 25 of the Greyhounds. That's number 18, Jacob Felton. And with that, let's go to Corner Cafe District scoreboard.
Yeah, Ryan, Brock is taking care of business. They're up 28-0 over Ponder with 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first quarter. And then Whitesboro's up 6-0 over Paradise with 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
That's a big one. Same play, other side completed. This time, not as much open room, and it's going to be a tackle for no gain there. Host of Bearcats out there making the play, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 10. All right, so it worked one way. Let's try it the other. Didn't work quite as well. We'll look for a new play here on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm going to predict they're going back to Gilbert.
They're going to run trips, 2 receivers left, and the tight end left. That's the wide side of the field. Tremar Gilbert also is on the left side of the formation, and they are going to hand it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot to go, a whole lot of room, but he lowers his head and makes his own room. He's going to get about 3 yards on it. Going to set up a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Brought down by number 8. Brings up a 3rd down and 5 for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, I do like that we've tackled Tremar quite a few times already early in this game. And it's kind of like the quarterback theory that we had against Gunner and some of these other guys in previous years. You want to wear them down.
Well, the snap, and this is going to be a 3rd down handoff to Tremar again, and he powers his way enough for the
and
first
he
down,
fumbled.
but the ball's out again. And
Wyatt Smith says we have it.
The ball's going to come out tonight. You got to be ready for it. Got to follow every play.
We got it.
And the Bearcats are going to get the ball back. So we give the Greyhounds a gift, and a couple plays later they give it back. This is something as a coaching staff you have to tell all your linemen, all your players, hey, when the ball breaks, like linemen especially, a lot of times you get caught, the ball breaks your level. You kind of, you got to mosey on to the new line of scrimmage. In a night like tonight, it's a priority to get to the ball, follow the ball, because the ball's going to come out, and if you're not there, that's one less chance you have to get the football.
Yeah, you literally have to play to the whistle every single play. That thing might come out late like it did there.
Looks like maybe Eddie Batista back out at center here. Trips left, one receiver right. Wyatt Smith takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff going right back to the sophomore after the fumble, showing them they still have some confidence in him. And he's going to get out across the Greyhound 30 down to the Greyhound 29-yard line. I like when a guy makes a mistake, giving him an opportunity pretty quickly to show you got some confidence in him. Yeah.
Yep.
Going quick here. Trips left, got a man to jump, drop straight back. I don't see a flag come out. This is one of those tough ones. Ball's floated in the air.
Nice catch.
And it is caught, but it's caught out of bounds. But it's a wasted play, I believe. I didn't see a flag come out. I don't know if we have scoops down there, if he saw one come out or not.
We were expecting one.
I do not see a flag, but I think everybody in the building was expecting one.
Well, why didn't the back judge step in and throw it?
Yeah.
It's not his call?
I'm well aware, yeah.
It was last week.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Joke. Still frustrated about it. But, yeah, that's one of those as tough as a quarterback. I think you have, in my opinion, you have to actually put your eyes on the flag before you just flail one up like that. 3rd and short here. Wyatt Smith's going to pull it, and he's going to try to do a Tremar Gilbert impression to get a first down. He's going to be about a half-yard shy. It's going to set up about a 4th and a half yard.
4th and short.
4th and short for the Bearcats.
8:20 and counting here in the second quarter. Brought to you by Pilot Point Community Opera House. The Bearcats are going twice under center. Look for quarterback sneak, and that's an easy Irish Real Estate Group first down. And the whistles are blowing well before. Did you hear whistles?
I did.
Whistles blew almost immediately at the snap, but he got like 4 or 5 yards out of that. 5 yards.
He wasn't down yet.
Didn't Salina used to do that if they got real good push like that, just run it a handful of plays in a row?
Yeah, they'd run it again.
That's
re-rack it.
Pretty
do it again.
Legit right there. Pistol formation. Letting the running back get some momentum going, and they get it. And boom, he puts his head down. He's going to get about 7 yards on it. I like it. We hadn't run that pistol formation a whole lot this year in particular, but it gives the running back some forward momentum as he approaches the line, and Anderson's a runner who can do a lot with forward momentum. And, man, they go right back to him.
Right back to him.
And he gets just enough for the Irish Real Estate Group first down, and we're here again, John. 1st and goal at the 10.
Yep. And,
inside the point blank red zone.
You can tell Gage he's carrying the ball with both hands the last couple of drives, or last couple of plays.
Trips right for the Bearcats pistol formation. And
they're
going right back to him, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 4-yard line.
Hey, nickel and dime them to death. It's old school Bearcat football right here.
And we're getting an uppercut granite timeout here. It looks to be on the Peaster Greyhounds. We'll go to a commercial and come back with a Pilot Point looking to take the lead.
With 40 years' experience, DC David Construction LLC is a general contractor specializing in custom metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and almost any other application you may need. DC David Construction LLC takes pride in the high level of professionalism, knowledge, and craftsmanship you will receive on every job they do, large or small. DC David Construction LLC is fully insured and always willing to give you a quote. Call DC David Construction LLC today at 940-390-8656.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
We're back right after the second down play. Switched running backs. Anderson come out, and we stayed in the pistol formation and gave it to Puga, who was the deep back, and he only gets about one. Going to set up a third and it wasn't goal to go, so it's third and about 3 from the 5.
Going with the White sneak.
White quarterback sneak, and he's drugged down. If that's number 33 making the tackle, that's enough for a first down all the way down at the 1. Iowa Grove State Group first down at the 1. Number 33, Wyatt Lacey, looked to be the Greyhound on the tackle. Man, that could just be the offense tonight. They're getting so much push up front.
Yeah, they are.
Big Eddie Batista back at center.
Let's do it again.
They're doing it again. Greyhound comes over the top, and it doesn't matter.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a Council Printing touchdown. And the Bearcats have tied it and are Nick's Italian PAT away from taking the lead.
Absolutely. That was a nice Bearcat football, power football drive right there. We needed it, Ryan.
Well, we're going to run the swing and gate here, so we're going for 2. Not going to try to take the easy lead. We're going to go for 2.
Got it.
And we're going to swing it in, and, hey, it works. 8-6 Bearcats, 6:53 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Pilot Point Community Opera House.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit? Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286. Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
And we're back here. Go straight to a Goalkey Pool stat sheet check. The Bearcats offense, 21 yards passing, 127 yards on the ground, and 1 touchdown so far. So that's 148 yards of offense to Peaster's only 34 yards of offense. They got in the end zone that one time on a short field. Bearcats have ran 36 plays to Peaster's 10.
Yeah, Ryan, we got a flag here as we line up for the kickoff.
A delay of game on the kickoff here. The advanced vet care penalty. Okay, geez Louise. Southern Junkie kickoff, and you said you have a strategy.
Well,
here
it's not really hot sports opinion, but hey, let's not kick it to number 11 right here and give him the opportunity to change the momentum, because I'm watching their sideline and with the emotions of senior night, I don't know if that took anything out of them, but Peaster doesn't. They're not very hype over here on the sideline. They're daubers down after that last drive. Let's not give them an opportunity on this kick return to flip the momentum. I'd rather them kick to, I think it's number 2 over here, Braden Gint.
We'll see what Alejos does here, and he's going to kick it deep.
Oh, we kicked it deep.
And it is going to be to number 2. He's going to field it on a short hop and try to get some forward momentum. Bearcats special teams tackles all the way back at the Greyhound 23-yard line there. Back to the Goalkey Pool stat sheet check. Sophomore Gage Anderson, 15 carries so far for 85 yards. That's 5.6 yards a carry. We got Wyatt Smith at 9 for 27. A lot of these 9 carries have been these quarterback sneaks that have worked so well. He has the touchdown and 2 for 9 on the Wildcat drive that we had to open the game for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and this is a night for Gage Anderson for sure. He's all. His uniforms are all muddy already. He's got to be enjoying this.
Well, a little bubble screen there to the right side of the formation for the Greyhounds. That looked like maybe a hold on a receiver that didn't get called out there. And it looks like it's going to be enough for a Greyhound first down. Definitely, Chance, I don't know if we have you down there, Scoops. That was a wide receiver hip thrusting a guy to the ground. Looked like he threw him over his hip.
Yeah, it was a hockey move, like Darian Hatcher.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. I love how you brought up Darian Hatcher. That was my first hockey jersey right there.
I did want to say, you guys may have mentioned it, and I apologize. This is where Gage stepped up last year and got 100 yards rushing in his first varsity game when Ish was out, if you'll recall.
Good call.
Good call there. This is going to be a run up the middle by the Greyhounds. I don't know if that was Chamar Gilbert. I know Chamar Gilbert.
No, he came off, Ryan. He's got it looks like equipment malfunction here with his shoulder pads.
He's been getting up slow after some of these hits.
They're working on him right here on the shoulder pads.
Yeah, so far he has 4 carries, only 14 yards. Gunnar McElroy is 4 for 5 throwing, but most of these throws have been just little screen passes out. His first throw was incomplete, which was a down the field kind of an out route. But since then, it's been nothing but screens that he's completed.
Yeah, it's a good job by the Bearcat defense, just keeping them off rhythm.
Yeah, looks like 2nd and 7 here. Snap. It's going to be another handoff up the middle. And quarterback keeper gets it up to just shy of the 40-yard line. So the line to gain for the first down would be the 43-yard line of the Greyhounds. They got the ball right at about the 40. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 3 here for the Greyhounds. Still no Chamar Gilbert out there putting the pads back on. Yeah,
coming back on right now. They may wonder if they're going to waste a timeout just to get him back in.
Here we go, 3rd and short. McElroy, the quarterback, takes a snap. This is going to be another run. Bearcats, lots of pressure coming from the edges, and that's going to be a no gain at best case scenario for the Greyhounds. Really, it's a TFL. It's going to back them up about a half yard and still be 4th and a long 3, maybe a short 4. And I believe there's some shift in personnel coming out. This may be the punt team.
Yeah, Gilbert's coming back out now. Looks like he's got his shoulder pad issue worked out.
Well, as we know, and personally we saw last week, you always got to be careful when your quarterback's the punter. So,
yeah, you got to watch the fake for sure. And Gilbert's a tight end on this side.
Good snap. Bearcats not pressuring. The punt is away from Aston Kirby, and he's going to watch it bounce, not risk too much to get it. And it's going to be down at the Bearcat 25. Bearcats looking to go up 2 scores when we come back. 4:21 left in the second quarter. Brought to you by Pilot Point Community Opera House.
45-yard line.
Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
And we're back. First play of the drive is going to be a wide receiver screen. Aston Kirby catches it, and he's not going to get away from Tamar Gilbert. It is going to be about a 2-yard catch there for Aston Kirby. Not much going on in the passing game today for the Bearcats just because of the weather, but they've done an excellent job of continuing to run the ball and run the ball as effectively or more effectively than in any game so far this season.
Yeah, I like it, and obviously it helps with the muddy track to have your running game going strong, and that's what we've had so far tonight.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Bearcats. Trips left, and it's going to be another handoff up the middle. Anderson's got some space. Oh, he's really grabbed, slowed down by his jersey. It's not a horse collar because it was just strictly the jersey, but it gets out across the Bearcat 40 for an Irish Real Estate Group first down, and that's going to get close to putting Anderson over. That's right at 100 yards here in the first half. 16 carries for 100 yards here in the first half.
Yeah, he looked like some of these runs, he looked like he's shot out of a cannon. And Gage has got fresh legs tonight.
He likes the stadium, doesn't he? Trips left here. Wyatt Smith's going to take the snap, and he's going to pull this on the read, and he's going to tiptoe, and he's only going to get about 2 yards on the play.
We only got 2 yards, but it's still a good read because they had Gage wrapped up in the backfield on that one.
3:17 and counting here in this first half here at Peaster Greyhound territory. I think it's just Peaster Stadium, Peaster High School Stadium. Bearcats looking for the play call on the sideline. Lined up here, a little trips bunch formation to the right side, running back right. Looks like we might roll out that way if it's pass. Well, it's going to be a quarterback power that way. And Peaster did a good job of taking out the legs of Anderson and Ryan Riney there to take all Wyatt Smith's running space away from him. He's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and you can kind of see their
Greyhounds.
safeties and linebackers starting to creep up with us going heavy run. But 3rd and long here, I imagine they'll give us some space, and they're gonna be looking for Aston or Jesse Rangel on that side, I imagine.
3rd and 11. The line of the game would be the Peaster Greyhound 49-yard line. 2:20, under 2:20 left in the half. This is where I'd like to see. You have plenty of time if you convert here for a 1st down, but let's not give Peaster too much time if you don't here. I'd like to see us run it down, but that's not what we're about. Just drop back pass, plenty of time, and he has a man overthrown. Looks like Aston feels like he was interfered with on the cross.
4th down for the Bearcats.
Yeah, he got tangled up there with number 34.
Cannon Keeley.
Cannon Keeley over the middle, and Aston was kind of looking for a flag, but
I think the umpire there didn't see it because he was trying to get out of the way.
Turned, right?
He was trying to get out of the way of the route. It wasn't. I didn't feel like Cannon Keeley was putting his hands on him, more just like maybe body contact slowing him down. But ultimately, it was just enough to affect the rhythm and be falling complete, setting up a Bearcat punt.
Let's kick it away from number 11 here, guys.
Snap is good, and the kick is down the Peaster sideline.
You got my wish.
Bounces, takes a Peaster Greyhound bounce back to the Peaster Greyhound 35-yard line. 1:57 left in the half. Bearcats 8, Greyhound 6.
Since 1958, Goki Pools has been a leader in family backyard living, specializing in new pool construction, repair, renovation, and weekly service, with a fully stocked retail store, exclusive Sundance Spa dealership, and now, complete outdoor living spaces. At Goki Pools, we are honored once again to have been voted Best of Denton. And with our highly trained personnel, we are large enough to help you with whatever swimming pool needs you may have, yet small enough to still be your hometown favorite. Goki Pools, locally owned and operated for over 60 years.
And we're back. First play for the Greyhounds was a wheel route that the Bearcats got tricked on. Gunnar McElroy to brother Gannon McElroy, and it's a pretty big play there for the Greyhounds. 1st down into Bearcat territory all the way down to the Bearcat 36-yard line. Clock is running here, 1:41 and counting.
Great tackle by Wyatt Smith, saving an open field tackle, saving a touchdown, though.
Couple timeouts left. Tramar Gilbert's going to get this with not much room between the tackles. Keeps his head down, gets it about to the 34-yard line of the Bearcats. Not a whole lot of running room for him, which is good, not letting him get some of that momentum going and really get into a bowling ball down the field.
Yeah, I think that's the key with him because, man, he's 6'3", 200 pounds. He brings it when he gets his legs going.
Snaps above the head. The ball's going to be on the ground. Tramar Gilbert just dives on it all the way back at the Greyhound 45 with some of the snaps and the low urgency on the punt I've seen from the Greyhounds. Well, they're going to go quick, so they're going to tell, no, I might use a timeout. And really, you always force a kick if you can. I would really be focused on here trying to force the Greyhounds to kick this ball at some point because the snaps haven't been great. Not just on that, but on the actual punts, they've been slow. One was a little high.
Yeah.
I am doing everything I can to force the Greyhounds to try to punt it. Yeah, snap. And it is going to be a drop back.
Going
he's
deep.
looking down the field deep. And Aston tried to come over. No!
Oh!
He was making a play on the ball and did everything he could to avoid the receiver.
Pass interference on Aston. I don't know how, but
there's a flag on the play.
No way.
Man,
So to explain the play for you guys, it was a kind of a seam route down the middle. Aston Kirby playing one of those deep third safeties, comes across, and he's looking to jump the route and intercept it. He jumps in the air and actively tries to avoid the receiver with his body, makes no body contact. His hands are extended for the ball. His arms make contact with the receiver, but his arms are in contact as he's trying to catch the football, which he has the right to do. He wasn't playing the defender. He was playing the ball, and that flag really just bails Peaster out, just totally bailed him out.
I thought he just timed it perfectly.
That was an excellent defensive play. Totally bailed him out in that situation. And now Gunnar McElroy looking to throw. Tramar Gilbert out in the flat. He makes the catch, missed the tackle, and he's going to get out of bounds just after enough for a 1st down. 29 seconds left in this 1st half, and Peaster's threatening that. Man, that referee just absolutely bailed Peaster out on a bad situation, a bad play. That was a bad throw. Guy was triple covered.
Yeah.
I mean, it really had a better chance of being intercepted than caught.
Yeah, it really did.
And the referee just bailed him out.
Bounced off Aston's hand, and Kurt Chandler almost came up with the interception afterwards.
Another drop back. McElroy looking to throw. Has some time. Now he's pressured, and he's going to be
a
brought down
sack.
at about the 30. Coverage sack. That's right at the line to gain. So we'll see what the official score during the week marks that, but that is another Cale Martin sack there, if that's what it's labeled as.
Yeah, they've got it marked for no gain. It might be considered a sack.
We're going to stay here. There's only 19 seconds left in the half. And the second quarter brought to you by Pilot Point Community Opera House. Bearcats 8, Peaster 6. Couple turnovers each side. Peaster is just kind of got bailed out by the officials on that 3rd and long.
Yeah, and Peaster's going to receive the kick coming out in the second half. So this is a key drive.
Bearcats got to get a stop here. The ball is at the Greyhound or the Bearcat 30-yard line, so I believe I've seen Gunnar McElroy slinging around. He could reach the end zone from here in a Hail Mary type situation. But if the scoreboard, if that is what it shows, yet timeouts left. Both teams have a timeout left, so Peaster has a timeout. They have 22 seconds left. They're only 30 yards from the end zone, so the whole playbook's not necessarily open. But a lot of different things they can do here. I wouldn't expect a run. I wouldn't expect a little bubble screen. But really anything else is kind of open. And they're going 5 wide here. Can they protect it is the question.
Gilbert's up top in the slot there.
Blitzing. And Gunnar McElroy is going to be pressured out. He's going to throw it right. I know he started scrambling right, but did he get out of the box? There's not a receiver.
Close.
The
officials are going to – no, he's just going to spot the ball. I thought they might go talk about it. He moved to his right. I don't know if it was enough to get out of the box, and he definitely just slung it to nobody there.
Was talking about it.
Our sideline thought it. Okay, yeah.
They were definitely talking to the refs about it.
He definitely made an effort to move to his right, but it was like one step and sling it.
It certainly wasn't obvious that he was out of the pocket, that's for sure.
Nope, 5 wide again. The biggest Achilles heel of this Greyhound team has been their pass protection. They're going 5 wide here.
Flip the play to this side.
Bearcats stump but don't blitz, and now they have a little bit of time. Gunnar McElroy,
got a
that's a
holding
hold.
Call coming up.
McElroy's going to sling it to the end zone, see what happens. Incomplete. 6 seconds left, and it's going to back it up 10 yards for a hold on that right tackle there by the Greyhounds. Bearcats decided not to bring pressure, but they stunted the defensive front. And ultimately, it looked like number 56 down there for the Bearcats, Leo Servin Jr., created enough pressure on the right tackle to force him to hold him.
Yeah, that's what I was watching because Leo had kind of beat him previously on the previous play, so he had to hold him there.
So with 6 seconds left, I'm going to definitely back him up because if you don't, 6 seconds left, they have the ball 4th down on the Bearcat 30, they would definitely try to get one more play in the end zone.
Yeah, and you just
saw
he can reach the end zone from here because he just did.
They're going to go for it. They're going to throw the ball to the end zone. Let's back it up 10. And, let's see the arm of Gunnar McElroy. I have no doubt he can throw it 40. But that's if he were to throw it at the line of scrimmage, unpressured. Let's make him really sling this one down there, and the Bearcat coverage team is going to have an opportunity to do what they just did, and that's knock it down. Hopefully the referees don't get flag happy and bail the Greyhounds out if it comes down to it in the end zone. So the Bearcats only bring 3. Intercepted!
Come on,
we have a chance
to
take this back. Is that Crew Chandler?
Come on, Crew. Hit the sideline.
He's going to have to try to outrun McElroy. He gets undercut
lost his footing.
but he gets his footing taken out from under him. And the first half ends with another Crew Chandler interception. And at the end of one half, the Bearcats 8, the Greyhounds 6, and a fast-moving half. We're going to take a break for halftime and come back on the other side with a Golke stat sheet check, some analysis of the first half, and the second half here from Peaster.
Homeland Roofing LLC has been serving the DFW area since 2014 and is a proud sponsor of Bearcats football. Homeland Roofing is a full-service contractor who specializes in storm restoration and provides end-to-end service for all insurance claims. If you've had storm damage, you've filed a claim, but have questions about that next step, or you'd like a complimentary inspection, call Homeland Roofing at 469-343-3536, 469-343-3536, or find us on Facebook, Homeland Roofing, Texas.
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy has built a reputation on providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123. Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hi, I'm Chance Kirby with IRIC Real Estate Group. When it's time for you to buy or sell a home, I would like for you to consider IRIC Real Estate Group as your brokerage. Our experienced agents are all from the Pilot Point area and are best equipped to serve your real estate needs. Be it residential, commercial, or ranch properties, we have an experienced agent that is willing to help you. We've been Pilot Point's real estate choice for over 70 years. We would love the opportunity to be yours too.
Hi folks, this is Judd Kirby, your local mortgage guy. Are you looking for a local mortgage lender that will treat you like family and help guide you through the home buying process? Whether you're looking to get pre-approved for a home loan or refinance your current mortgage, I am here to help you. I am locally located and truly care about the communities I serve. Give me a call today to get started at 940-600-2398. That's 940-600-2398. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, Judd your guy.
If you're looking for a true family atmosphere to work on your physical fitness, Kanos Community CrossFit is the place. This veteran-owned business features a staff that is certified in personal training, Olympic lifting, as well as Level 2 CrossFit certified. Classes are available as early as 5 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays, Saturday mornings as well. One-on-one personal training is available upon request. You can find them on Facebook at Kanos Community CrossFit. Reach out via phone at 940-305-9976. Kanos Community CrossFit is the place to go.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has been providing auto body repair services to the North Texas area. We offer hail dent and auto collision repair, as well as other auto body services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on Mark's Body Shop certified technicians to provide complete collision repairs that will make your vehicle look like new. If you ever need auto body service, well, come see us at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point, or call us at 940-686-5194 for your free same-day quote. Go Bearcats!
Enjoy that old-time country feel at the Martin General Store, located in downtown Pilot Point on the historic Pilot Point Square. The best way to describe the general store is it has a little bit of everything, from circle-y candles to specialty jams, dressings, sauces, home decor, kitchen decor, goat's milk soap, jewelry, a large assortment of old-time candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything.
Pilot Point Bearcats, this is Chris Todd, one of the pastors at Midway Church on 377, located between Pilot Point and Aubrey. And I just wanted to invite you and your family to come join us at Midway, where you can expect to be welcomed, be encouraged, and to be loved. We meet every Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. and have special services for your kids Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We exist to help people live fully for God. And if you want to find out more info on what we're all about, you can always visit midwaychurch.org. Go Bearcats!
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian, or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Next time you're hungry and you don't feel like dragging out all those pots and pans and trying to cook for a family of 6, call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Support a veteran-owned business in Nick's Italian. Go Bearcats!
Do you love the arts? How about a great Broadway play or live music at a great local venue? Then you're going to fall in love with the Garage Door Theater, located in the original 1894 Opera House. Do you love the arts? How about a great Broadway play or live music at a great local venue? Then you're going to fall in love with the Garage Door Theater, located in the original 1894 Opera House on the historic Pilot Point Square. Newly renovated and rebranded, the Garage Door Theater enables theater participation for children and adults alike while promoting theater arts education. You're going to love it. Just ask our newest partners, Pilot Point ISD and Pilot Point High School. The Garage Door Theater at the Pilot Point Opera House. For more info, garagedoortheater.org. Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. They would like to wish everyone a great 2022-23 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality students, teachers, and administrators we have in Pilot Point. And as always, it's a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcats.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Point Bank proudly supports the 2022 Pilot Point Bearcats football team. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show off your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card. Additionally, Point Bank is now offering credit cards. Choose your premier rate or rewards and enjoy metal cards with one of the lowest rates in the market, along with in-branch servicing for your convenience. Subject to credit approval. Visit pointbank.com for details. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
Whether it's for work or play, your diesel truck needs to perform. R&M Garage is your one-stop shop for all diesel repair and maintenance needs. R&M technicians are certified with over 40 years experience working on diesel engines just like yours. Don't go to that high-priced dealership. They may not even have the knowledge to make your repairs. Call R&M Garage. They've been repairing diesel engines right here in Pilot Point for over 14 years. That's R&M Garage at 254-354-3353.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Pelzel's Barbershop and Salon and Southern Junkies has been home of the Bearcats since 1973. We are a one-stop shop for all your hair needs and game day outfits. We carry a few fan favorite brands like Vintage Savannah, Buddy Love, Capri Blue, and Blenders Eyewear. Come check us out on the north side of the square in downtown Pilot Point or online at www.southernjunkies.com, and that's junkies with a Z. And don't forget, go Bearcats!
Sunset Pools of North Texas helps people build custom pools for their perfect backyards. Even if the perfect backyard includes an outdoor kitchen, fire pit, or more, Sunset Pools of North Texas does it all. Shane Blagg, the owner, is a proud Bearcat alum who has built pools in the Pilot Point area for over a decade now. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Sunset Pools of North Texas, where your backyard dreams become a reality. You can visit Sunset Pools at sunsetpoolsntx.com. That's sunsetpoolsntx.com.
In Texas, there's pea-size hail and baseball-size hail. Guess which one hit our house? We didn't even know where to begin, but we called our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent, and he was so reassuring. He knew exactly what to do to get our house back into shape and our lives back to normal. Now, we're even more thankful for the roof over our heads.
Wesley Heitzman, born and raised right here in Pilot Point. Give him a call for a free quote at 940-390-6783.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Hey Bearcat fans, Steve Sparkman here from Mustang Baptist Church. We want to introduce you to somebody that will change your life forever. Jesus Christ, God's only Son. Why don't you join us Sunday morning at 9:30 for adult Bible study, worship service at 10:30, and Wednesday night for a meal, choir practice, youth activities, and prayer. We're located on the corner of Mustang Road and 1385 in Pilot Point. You're going to be prayed for, you're going to be loved, and you're going to be encouraged. Anybody can do church, but we want to tell you about our Jesus. Mustang Baptist Church, where love opens the door.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats!
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats!
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family. For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine, either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets.
How good would you be at something if you've done it for 150 years? Probably pretty good, right? Well, at Chapin Title Company, that's exactly how much experience we bring to the table on each and every closing. Helping you realize the American dream of owning your own home is what we do best. And when we say best, we really mean it. We've been voted Texoma's #1 title company 12 years in a row. So when buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor you want to use Chapin Title right here in Pilot Point. Go Bearcats!
Hi everyone, Mom here. Corner Cafe is proud to support the 2022 Bearcat and Pilot Point. Featuring breakfast and lunch signature dishes and weekly specials, you can visit Corner Cafe 7 days a week from 7:30 to 2:30 to enjoy your favorites. Have a great season, guys, and we'll see you all soon at the corner. Go Cats!
Are you looking to build that dream home or barn-dough? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048.
With 40 years' experience, DC David Construction LLC is a general contractor specializing in custom metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and almost any other application you may need. DC David Construction LLC takes pride in the high level of professionalism, knowledge, and craftsmanship you will receive on every job they do, large or small. DC David Construction LLC is fully insured and always willing to give you a quote. Call DC David Construction LLC today at 940-390-8656.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit? Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286. Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
Since 1958, Goki Pools has been a leader in family backyard living, specializing in new pool construction, repair, renovation, and weekly service with a fully stocked retail store, exclusive Sundance Spa dealership, and now, complete outdoor living spaces. At Goki Pools, we are honored once again to have been voted Best of Denton. And with our highly trained personnel, we are large enough to help you with whatever swimming pool needs you may have, yet small enough to still be your hometown favorite. Goki Pools, locally owned and operated for over 60 years. In photography, image is everything. That is why Gypsy Road Photography is the first choice in North Texas for wedding, prom, graduation, teen, and family photography. Gypsy Road is nationally recognized. Senior Inspire magazine named them one of the top 50 photography studios in the U.S., and their attention to detail is unmatched. You will find Gypsy Road's work in the Pilot Point game program with photographs of Pilot Point Cheer and the Pilot Point Bearcat seniors. So book your session today on their Facebook page, Gypsy Road Photography, where image is everything.
Homeland Roofing LLC has been serving the DFW area since 2014 and is a proud sponsor of Bearcats football. Homeland Roofing is a full-service contractor who specializes in storm restoration and provides end-to-end service for all insurance claims. You've had storm damage, you've filed a claim, but have questions about that next step, or you'd like a complimentary inspection, call Homeland Roofing at 469-343-3536, 469-343-3536, or find us on Facebook, Homeland Roofing, Texas.
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy has built a reputation on providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123. Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hi, I'm Chance Kirby with IRIC Real Estate Group. When it's time for you to buy or sell a home, I would like for you to consider IRIC Real Estate Group as your brokerage. Our experienced agents are all from the Pilot Point area and are best equipped to serve your real estate needs. Be it residential, commercial, or ranch properties, we have an experienced agent that is willing to help you. We've been Pilot Point's real estate choice for over 70 years. We would love the opportunity to be yours too.
Hi folks, this is Judd Kirby, your local mortgage guy. Are you looking for a local mortgage lender that will treat you like family and help guide you through the home buying process? Whether you are looking to get pre-approved for a home loan or refinance your current mortgage, I am here to help you. I am locally located and truly care about the communities I serve. Give me a call today to get started at 940-600-2398. That's 940-600-2398. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, Judd's your guy.
If you're looking for a true family atmosphere to work on your physical fitness, Kanos Community CrossFit is the place. This veteran-owned business features a staff that is certified in personal training, Olympic lifting, as well as Level 2 CrossFit certified. Classes are available as early as 5 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays, Saturday mornings as well. One-on-one personal training is available upon request. You can find them on Facebook at Kanos Community CrossFit. Reach out via phone at 940-305-9976. Kanos Community CrossFit is the place to go.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has been providing auto body repair services to the North Texas area. We offer hail dent and auto collision repair, as well as other auto body services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on Mark's Body Shop certified technicians to provide complete collision repairs that will make your vehicle look like new. If you ever need auto body service, well, come see us at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point, or call us at 940-686-5194 for your free same-day quote. Go Bearcats!
Enjoy that old-time country feel at the Martin General Store, located in downtown Pilot Point on the historic Pilot Point Square. The best way to describe the general store is it has a little bit of everything, from circle-y candles to specialty jams, dressings, sauces, home decor, kitchen decor, goat's milk soap, jewelry, a large assortment of old-time candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything.
Pilot Point Bearcats, this is Chris Todd, one of the pastors at Midway Church on 377, located between Pilot Point and Aubrey. And I just wanted to invite you and your family to come join us at Midway, where you can expect to be welcomed, be encouraged, and to be loved. We meet every Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. and have special services for your kids Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. We exist to help people live fully for God. And if you want to find out more info on what we're all about, you can always visit midwaychurch.org. Go Bearcats!
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian, or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Next time you're hungry and you don't feel like dragging out all those pots and pans and trying to cook for a family of 6, call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Support a veteran-owned business in Nick's Italian. Go Bearcats.
Do you love the arts? How about a great Broadway play or live music at a great local venue? Then you're going to fall in love with the Garage Door Theater, located in the original 1894 Opera House on the historic Pilot Point Square. Newly renovated and rebranded, the Garage Door Theater enables theater participation for children and adults alike while promoting theater arts education. You're going to love it. Just ask our newest partners, Pilot Point ISD and Pilot Point High School. The Garage Door Theater at the Pilot Point Opera House. For more info, garagedoortheater.org. Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. They would like to wish everyone a great 2022-23 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality students, teachers, and administrators we have in Pilot Point. And as always, it's a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Point Bank proudly supports the 2022 Pilot Point Bearcats football team. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show off your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card. Additionally, Point Bank is now offering credit cards. Choose your premier rate or rewards and enjoy metal cards with one of the lowest rates in the market, along with in-branch servicing for your convenience. Subject to credit approval. Visit pointbank.com for details. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
Whether it's for work or play, your diesel truck needs to perform. R&M Garage is your one-stop shop for all diesel repair and maintenance needs. R&M technicians are certified with over 40 years experience working on diesel engines just like yours. Don't go to that high-priced dealership. They may not even have the knowledge to make your repairs. Call R&M Garage. They've been repairing diesel engines right here in Pilot Point for over 14 years. That's R&M Garage at 254-354-3353.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Pelzel's Barbershop and Salon and Southern Junkies has been home of the Bearcats since 1973. We are a one-stop shop for all your hair needs and game day outfits. We carry a few fans' favorite brands like Vintage Savannah, Buddy Love, Capri Blue, and Blenders Eyewear. Come check us out on the north side of the square in downtown Pilot Point or online at www.southernjunkies.com. And that's junkies with a Z. And don't forget, go Bearcats!
Sunset Pools of North Texas helps people build custom pools for their perfect backyards. Even if the perfect backyard includes an outdoor kitchen, fire pit, or more, Sunset Pools of North Texas does it all. Shane Blagg, the owner, is a proud Bearcat alum who has built pools in the Pilot Point area for over a decade now. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Sunset Pools of North Texas, where your backyard dreams become a reality. You can visit Sunset Pools at sunsetpoolsntx.com. That's sunsetpoolsntx.com.
In Texas, there's pea-size hail and baseball-size hail. Guess which one hit our house? We didn't even know where to begin, but we called our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent, and he was so reassuring. He knew exactly what to do to get our house back into shape and our lives back to normal. Now, we're even more thankful for the roof over our heads.
Wesley Heitzman, born and raised right here in Pilot Point. Give him a call for a free quote at 940-390-6783.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
And we're back, getting ready to bring you the second half of Pilot Point Bearcat football on pilotpointbearcats.com. We're going to start right off with the goalkeeper pool stat sheet check. We're going to go with the Bearcats team offense, 22 yards passing, 141 yards rushing for 163 yards of total offense. That's compared to Peaster's 64 yards through the air, 7 yards on the ground, only 71 yards total offense. 2 turnovers for the Greyhounds, 1 for the Bearcats. Individual stats, Gage Anderson, your rushing leader, 16 carries for 100 yards. Wyatt Smith, not really an efficient night, but holding on to the football, 3 of 9 for 27 yards. And the leading receiver is Crew Chandler for 21 yards. Before we get the Southern Junkie kick to start off the third quarter, let's do a Corner Cafe District score report.
Yeah, Ryan, Brock is up substantially over Ponder, 55-13 with 14 seconds left in the second quarter. At halftime, Whitesboro leads Paradise 18-7.
Well, Elias Lois is approaching this one. Let's see if he kicks it to Gilbert to start off. And he doesn't. It's a low squib kick. And it's going to be confusely – it looked like there was some confusion out there before it was fielded by number 19 there for the Greyhounds, Rylan Sailors.
I'm just glad there was no confusion that we were not going to kick it to number 11.
Well, here we go, getting ready for the first down for the Greyhounds, ball at their own 32. Not much production from Tremar Gilbert, 5 carries, 15 yards, and through the air he only had 2 catches for 9 yards. Gunnar McElroy was 6 for 11 for 64 yards, and he threw a touchdown on the an interception on the last play of the first half. And Tremar Gilbert, first play of the second half was a carry, not much space between Aziel Gonzalez and Cooper Locke there teaming up on the tackle for the Bearcats.
Second down for the Greyhounds.
Only about 2.5, 3 yards there, and really that was just Tremar Gilbert lowering his shoulder, and that's the momentum carried him there.
Yeah, he likes to finish off runs, doesn't he, with his head down. But I expected to see that play, a lot more often in the first half, and they kind of got away from it, right?
Yeah, but they're going trips right here, 2nd and 7. Tremar Gilbert also to the offense's right, so overloading that way, and this is going to be a run between the tackles for Gilbert. And you know what I will say about a running back like Tremar Gilbert? I've seen a lot of guys like that, big physical. He gets into the space right there He saw the safety one-on-one with 5 yards of space, and instead of trying to be shifty, run by him, make a miss, immediately starts lowering the shoulder, telling the secondary guy, we're just going to just hit and fall down right here.
Yeah.
You know? Shout out to everybody in the Sunset Pool subscriber chat. Once again, we're audio only due to the weather situation here, but I feel like we're doing a pretty good job here. Bearcats have an 8-6 lead, and this is going to be a quarterback power left side. Gunnar McElroy is going to fall ahead.
Not much doing there.
It's crazy to see how far you can fall ahead for yardage-wise.
McElroy
It's like 4 yards, and he really got to the line of scrimmage and just lunged forward.
Yeah, going back to that previous Tremar Gilbert run, Ryan, it's kind of reminiscent of Ish Harris, but, you know, remember back at Paradise a couple years ago when Ish Harris lowered his shoulder, he kind of flattened that guy, pancaked him on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 here. 2 receivers right. Ackroyd's going to take snap, throw the wide receiver screen. Anderson's going to push the receiver, blocking receiver into the receiver who caught the ball, and ultimately they're going to team up with Ashton Kirby and push him out of bounds after a moderate gain there. For the Greyhounds, going to set up a 3rd and a long one.
Yeah, just short of the first down.
Ball's across the goalkeeper pool 50-yard line into Bearcat territory at the Bearcat 49.
I like how even though Gage was getting blocked, he was reaching for the football there, trying to strip it out.
Trying to catch the receiver with the ball unsuspected of a hit. Yeah, because he was being blocked, but he stuck his hand in there. 3rd and short, Tremar Gilbert up the middle. The ends don't close quite quick enough. Good form tackle around the ankles there by Colin Lynch, but he needed a long one. He got 2. That's a first down.
First down.
Only maybe one sustained drive for the Peaster in the first half. Ultimately scored them no points, though. Their touchdown drive, they got the ball all the way at the Bearcat 20-yard line to start off. So
yeah, great field position after that punt return from Tremar on that drive.
So they've got a couple first downs on this drive. See if the Bearcat defense can buckle up, bow their necks here and buckle down.
Get a stop.
Snap, and it's going to be a pass.
Good pressure.
Immediately pressure.
Let's go,
Cooper
Kale.
Martin's going to drag him down, and that is, Kale Martin, sorry. Got Cooper Locke and Kale Martin mixed there.
Easy mix-up.
Yeah, but Kale Martin come flying off the edge. He already has one definite sack.
He's my player to watch, so that's why I'm on top of the Kale Martin, Kale Crunch.
Yeah, he has
tonight.
one definite sack, one sack depending on where they mark the quarterback coming down at, and he provided great pressure there and going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he's picking good spots to blitz on that outside. Good moments.
Greyhounds don't like what they see, so they're going to get a check on the sideline, and now they're ready to run a play. Snap, and it is going to be a run to Tremar Gilbert, and Martin slipped down in the mud as
right through him.
Tremar Gilbert was trying to shift his direction and gets around him, but he's only get about 4 yards. Going to set up a 3rd and 6 here. Line to gain would be roughly the 36 of the Bearcats.
I do like the approach we're taking to tackle Tremar Gilbert. Looks like we're making a concerted effort to tackle him, around the waist or lower body.
So 3rd and long here, and it's going to be a quarterback run, and McElroy kind of lost some footing, couldn't get his forward momentum going, and Wyatt Smith makes a tackle. We're going to set up a 4th and 5 here see what Peaster wants to do.
Wyatt's fired up over there on the far side.
Did you see Gunnar there? It was kind of slipping when he caught the football.
Yep.
Caught the snap.
Yeah, I saw them. They were working on their snap over here during halftime before they came out.
You know who's you know what? Maybe he's not playing. I don't actually see his number out there. I was about to say, Rhett Steen was a receiver last year for Peaster who really created a lot of offense for him, played, scored some points, a lot of yardage, and he's not really been a factor tonight, but I don't see number 9 on the field, so maybe it's because he's not playing. But we're going to get an uppercut granted timeout in the 4th down on the other side of a commercial.
Hey Bearcat fans, Steve Sparkman here from Mustang Baptist Church. We want to introduce you to somebody that will change your life forever. Jesus Christ, God's only Son. Why don't you join us Sunday morning at 9:30 for adult Bible study, worship service at 10:30, and Wednesday night for a meal, choir practice, youth activities, and prayer. We're located on the corner of Mustang Road and 1385 in Pilot Point. You're going to be prayed for, you're going to be loved, and you're going to be encouraged. Anybody can do church, but we want to tell you about our Jesus. Mustang Baptist Church, where love opens the door.
Just about 4 minutes into this 3rd quarter, Peaster's going to set up for the 4th and 5 here, and the way they're coming out of the timeout, looks like they're going to set up to punt. Let's get a punt safe here and And I'd look for a fake.
I'd look for a fake, yeah, especially coming out of a timeout with your, as you called earlier, the quarterback is the punter.
This is interesting. 2 of your gunners over here, and it is going to be a punt, so they're going to play a field position game, get it out. It's going to bounce at the Bearcats 7.
Keep going, ball.
And kind of die there. Crew Chandler playing a risky game, getting that close to it, but the Bearcats are going to take possession of the 5. The rain has started up again here. It's not anything that really I think would affect the flow of the game. Like I said, sometimes if it starts raining hard, you physically can't really throw the ball into it. It's not that type of rain, but it is coming down, so we're going to create some more moisture.
As Forrest Gump would say, it's that crooked rain.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bearcat fans that have made the trip, there are not a ton of them, but we're on the other side of the field, and we've heard them. You know, we're in the press box, have a window open here, and we've definitely heard them making noise over there for the defense and support. So, like I said, I'd say in the traveling contingent we have over there, they're small but mighty.
Yeah, smart, too. Brought their umbrellas, awning.
Run up the middle, going to get from the 5 to about the 6. Third quarter here, your Bearcats 8, Peaster 6. Both teams have scored 1 touchdown. The Bearcats did what was almost the impossible to do, had a 20-play drive in the first half that resulted in no points.
0 points. That was very Dallas Cowboy of them.
Yeah, that's rough. Look what they're doing with those 2 receivers split. I mean, way out there, stacked on each other, basically taking themselves out of the play. But they're going to throw a slant. Cruz Chandler's
got some space.
And let's see if how far he can take this. He's got some speed. Stiff arms a man. He's going to get out all the way to the Peaster 49-yard line before he's drugged down by number 7, Brody May. That's a West Heitzman Insurance Service big play. And an Irish Real Estate Group first down on the 43 yards from Wyatt Smith to Crew Chandler.
Yes, sir. And Crew Chandler was the leading receiver at halftime, and he adds to those totals there.
As I was saying, they're so far away from the play, it's almost taking themselves out. They go right to them and go 43 yards.
I like it.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 49, and we're going to run the ball here on first down. Anderson's going to find a little bit of space out across the goal, keep pull 50, down to the Greyhound 44-yard line. Well, that's about 8 yards there. Going to set up a 2nd and 2. That's an effective run there on first down.
Absolutely. A couple of stats that I liked that you called out at halftime, Ryan, was Gage already had 100 yards on the ground, and we were winning the turnover battle 2-1. So that keeps up. We're in good shape.
Well, here we go on 2nd and short, snap. And that's going to be another Gage Anderson run. Stick his head down, get enough for an Irish Real Estate Group first down. He's at almost 6 yards a carry at 19 carries before that one. Almost 7 yards a carry, or almost 6 yards a carry. 19 for 113 yards before that one.
Yeah, it looks like.
Hey guys.
Yes, Scoops on the Kanos CrossFit sideline mic.
At some point, I feel like we need to pick up a little sense of urgency because the way I understand it, we not only need to win this game, but we need to win it by 17.
Well, that is interesting math there. I was unaware of that. So, yeah, I mean, my number one goal is to win, but if the points come into play here.
If we win and it plays out like we hope and Peaster beats Boyd next week, it becomes a point differential to break the tiebreaker, and we need a plus 17 out of this game because we're already minus 7.
What is the most you can get per game?
17.
17? I thought it was 21. Okay.
Kano's out.
Well, that's good value there from the sideline. Here we go. If we're going to keep running the football like this, we're going to get there. That's calling Lynch out all the way down again inside the Greyhound 25-yard line. So with a 2-point lead here, 17 is – that's got to be on the mind then. We need 2 more touchdowns and another extra point at least, another 2-point conversion at least. 5:40, a lot of time left, especially if you keep running the ball like this.
Yeah,
and
nice little drive we put together so far.
Punching it in when you get the chance.
And continue with that stack formation on the far side with Aston behind Crew Chandler.
Colin Lynch, 4 carries, 21 yards, and that was the best of them all in the last one. And this is going to be a pass, and they're throwing it deep down the sideline. Oh, man, Aston was trying to run right underneath it.
Pass.
The defender had all day to turn around to try to find the ball, never turned back. And if Aston could have just run under that a little bit more effectively, he'd have had himself a touchdown because that looked to be number 4 in coverage there, Leif Brigman.
Yeah, that was a unique way to cover. He just threw his hands up and
not as unique as that first name.
And ran with Aston.
Snap. This is going to be, one, that pistol formation, giving Gage a little bit of forward momentum, get him out inside the 20. That's going to be about 5 yards on that second down carry. Going to set up a 3rd and 5 in the point bank red zone, right inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Ryan, let me shout out my old quarterback, Chad Cole, because he's got his Frisco Reedy Lions at 10-0. They beat Frisco Heritage 32-31 last night.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Low snap, but it's fielded. Wyatt Smith looking. He's going to throw it in the end zone. Once again, miscommunication. Nobody could see it.
Pass.
Yeah, it looked like
Bring up 4th down for the
Aston wasn't aware that the ball was in the air.
Neither did number 7 there, Brody May. Neither one of them. Brody May's the corner over there. Number 4, Leif Brigham, is the safety on that side, kind of double bracketing Aston there. So it's going to be 4th and 5 here. Kind of with this mud, I don't think you're really going to try to kick a field goal. It would be 37 yards from here.
Yeah, into a crooked rain.
Yeah, it would be into the wind. Judging using the rain as a judgment.
Let's go.
Here we go, big 4th down. Need to convert here.
Oh,
they're bringing
pressure. Oh,
great
tunnel
play
screen.
call.
Perfect play call. And Colin Lynch is going to get to the 20, but that was not the line of game.
Gilbert.
Yep, so that was a big tackle there. Great play call, but there were 2 Peaster Greyhounds down the field that split a block, and they're going to have a turnover on downs here. So 4:27 left in the 3rd quarter here. Peaster's going to take it over on downs.
Yeah, and that was just unfortunate. He turned to his right. If he would have turned to his left, he probably would have got the 1st down. He's trying to follow his blockers, but Tremar Gilbert snuffed it out.
Trips left here, and they're going to swing out Gilbert that way, and they're going to look at it, but then
Going
they're going to
deep.
throw it down the field. And Anderson did an excellent job of guarding there.
Incomplete pass.
He never turned his head to find the ball, but he never made any sort of contact with the receiver, and I think the ball hit him right in the back. Oh, that wasn't Anderson. That was Wyatt Smith. It looked like it was Gage Anderson down there, I thought, but now that I see Gage is on my side, that was Wyatt Smith running with him.
Yeah, it's very similar to the way the Leif for them covered Aston, but White didn't put his hands up until the last second there.
So incomplete on 1st down. Going to set up a 2nd and 10 here.
It's possible when Wyatt's turning his head and the receiver looking back this way, you got rain in your face. Because it is blowing sideways for us.
It is.
A tough 2 yards there for Tremar Gilbert's going to set up a 3rd and 8.
Tremar Gilbert on the carry brings up 3rd down for the Greyhounds. 3rd and 5.
Third and 5 for Peaster. We'll see what they want to do here. I think if they've punted in some of the situations they've punted in already, with this much time, if you can hold them to incomplete, no gain, or TFL, you're probably going to see a Peaster punt here. Balance formation, drop straight back to pass. Going to step up and throw it deep post.
Oh,
and it's
he
caught
it.
And he's going to tiptoe in, make sure he brings it in, and get the 1st down. That's number 34, Cannon Keeley, one of the captains for him. That was a deep corner route there. And
Cannon Kelly on the reception.
Cannon Kelly was able to bring it in on that big 3rd down.
Yeah, I think we were fortunate there, Ron. If he had a couple more steps on that sideline, he would have taken that one to the house as he turned it up.
Still in their own territory, looking back to pass. And he's going to throw it out across the middle, incomplete. He had 34 Cannon Keeley again there that he could have hit out. There's a swing, but I think they used that swing action, the wide receiver screen action, as a decoy to try to hit something down the middle.
Yeah, and Colin Lynch came up strong from his safety position to help break that up.
So trips right for the Greyhounds. 1 receiver left. Gilbert and McElroy in the backfield. McElroy takes a snap, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Tremar Gilbert. And we're going to be right back where we were a second ago at 3rd and 7. Ball's placed at the Golke Pool 50-yard line. Line to gain will be the 43 of the Bearcats.
It's the second time I've seen that, Ryan. Cooper Locke is coming off the edge. He's got a real good beat on the play, but he just doesn't flatten down his approach, and he's disrupting it, but he's just not making the tackle in the backfield.
Well, you know, defense fundamentals basically say you can't flatten it too much because then the quarterback keeps it. But at this point, we haven't seen it.
No.
So let's force a keep, see what happens. Snap, drop straight back, looking to throw it quickly. And that ball could have been intercepted by Aston. Receiver did a good job of running into Aston as he had a chance to intercept it. Number 18, Jacob Felton, playing defense there on that slant route.
Incomplete pass brings up
4th and 7
down.
here. Last possession, Peaster had the ball. It was right around here, right around this down and distance in this part of the field. They punted, and it looks like that's what they're going to do again here. But you got to look out for the fake.
Yeah, you got to watch the fake. And Gilbert's a tight end on that side, so he's eligible. So it looks like we're playing it pretty safe.
Yep, Kilmer.
Oh, he's faking
they're
it.
Throwing wheel route. Incomplete. It's a
great coverage
great
by
coverage.
Wyatt.
Wyatt Smith right there running step for step for Tramar Gilbert. And then, it's so funny. Last week I was saying this exact thing. Man, I just if I'm going to go for it, I want to go for it on
Just
4th
straight
down.
up.
And it was
Run your offense straight up,
like
right?
seconds after I say that, we go 66 yards for a touchdown. Well, right there. Yes, sir, down the side, Kano sideline.
We don't have the right to complain about the refs the rest of the night.
Oh, okay.
I saw a little bit of right there, but,
Yeah, we had a handful of jersey, and it was pulled tight.
Yeah, well, it's my.
Well, we didn't have the camera tonight. We didn't have to tell anybody that.
My wife's favorite artist is R. Kelly, and there ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Well, 1st down carry for 4 yards there for Gage Anderson. Back on schedule.
Shout out Aaron Teresa Todd.
Bring up 2nd down.
Normally he gets away with that because he's not listening.
I'm not a big fan of R. Kelly personally. I think he's in jail, but she loves.
I don't know.
I Believe I Can Fly.
I don't think U2 is available in prison.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if any of y'all ever saw the saga that he put out, the whole Trapped in the Closet, like 31 chapters. That's the best content out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Besides this right here.
When the short guy comes out of the cabinet.
Yeah. Oh, my God, a midget.
Having fun here, no?
Yeah. Well, this 2nd down carry looked like it was going somewhere, but ultimately gets stopped in its tracks. And there's a penalty flag that come out there, which if it was a hold, it was a very ineffective hold.
Holding.
So, Chance, I hear what you said a second ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how can the guy you're holding be a part of a gang tackle there?
Here's a makeup call.
I think T-Slay's giving you a little bit of a hard time in the chat about,
Oh, I better check on that.
He's taking a break in
I'm
between
shocked.
the poker tables.
I'm shocked by that. Yeah, he must not be. Going all in on this hand. Or taking a picture of a steak. Good, a T-bone, maybe a ribeye.
2nd and 17 here for the Bearcats. They're going under center. I love this whole play action drop back. Wyatt Smith looks so good running it. And he's going to sling it deep. Aston Kirby goes up and comes down with it at the Peaster Greyhound 25 for the Irish Real Estate Group 1st down. The West Heights Insurance Service big play. Number 8 making his first big play of the night for the Bearcats. 33 yards on that completion from Wyatt Smith to Aston Kirby. And he had to go up in between some defenders to come down with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Went up and high pointed it. It was great catch by Aston. Good throw by Wyatt.
2nd and 17. That's a nice play to run for 33 yards. We're going to follow it up with a hard run there by Anderson's going to get knocked down at the Greyhound 20-yard line. Looks to be 5 yards on that 1st down carry. A minute 27 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Pilot Point with a 2-point lead on the drive, looking to widen that. And there's a little, slow down. Bearcats looking over. Good to see Eddie Batista out there. I know he's going through some knee injury. I know as a senior late in the year, I'm sure the doctors are telling him, hey, it's your choice to play. This is the risk. This is what you face. And him choosing to be out here with his teammates in the, senior year into the season. Good to see. Snap. A quarterback run right side, and it's going to get inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. So that was that 3rd down there? That wasn't 3rd down. This is 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Line to gain will be the 15-yard line of the Greyhounds.
Bring up a 3rd down and short for the Bearcats.
Under center, we all know what's coming here.
Let's go.
Hard count.
Oh.
Now we get the flag. Now we're going to slant route. Caught, and Gaston Kirby's going to get into the end zone. 11th touchdown in the last 4 games. So we're going to make sure this advanced vet care penalty is offsides. And if it is, it is. It's been declined by the Bearcats. Now the Bearcats running out.
Declined.
The swinging gate. They went for 2 earlier. So we'll see what they're going to do here. The swinging gate action. They put their hand on it. They ran it. This time they're going to swing the gate and kick it. So you know, Coach Marsh talked about tendencies, showing tendencies, letting everybody in the building know what you're going to do. Then you run the hard count, get them to jump, throw the slant, get it in for a touchdown. Great design, great scheme right there.
Yeah. Got him offsides here on
Italian
the
extra
kick as
point
well.
attempt is up, and it's good. And let's see if we need the points. The points matter, right? So if the points matter, do you move this to the 1 yard line?
They're
going to take the points.
Yeah.
And 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Pilot Point 15, Peaster 6.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats.
And we're back here for the Southern Junkies kick. It's teed up. Don't kick it to number 11, and everybody in the building will be happy.
Absolutely.
A low squib kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 30 and tackled at about the 41. So we just discussed off air about going for two or not there, because Chance, we're talking about trying to win by 17 because that's the most you get credit for in one of these games. And if you wanted to win by 17 where we stood, we needed a 2-point conversion. And we needed 2 touchdowns, and one of which being a 2-point conversion. Why not use that 2-point conversion when you only have half the yardage to cover? And I'll actually give him credit. Nordy brought up a good point. The extra point moves it to a 2-score game. So it was a smarter decision there to kick
the
it.
adage is you never want to take points off the board.
Well, this first down run, it goes to somebody not number 11. It looked like number 5. And he's going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Number 6.
That's number 6. That's the other McElroy.
Gunner and Gannon.
Yeah.
His name is Gannon there. So
I'm okay with Gannon taking a carry away from number 11.
That's right.
At the end of the third quarter.
All right, we're here in Peaster, Texas at the end of 3 quarters. Pilot Point 15, Peaster 6. Bearcats looking to stay alive.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full-service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
And we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here, brought to you by the Peacock family. You're listening to Pilot Point Bearcat football on pilotpointbearcats.com. And as we come up for the fourth quarter here, Peaster has the ball 2nd and 7 at their own 44-yard line. Down by 9 here are the Greyhounds, so it's a 2-possession game here to start the fourth quarter. Peaster outside the opening drive of the game when they got the ball to Bearcat 20, hadn't had much going for them. Snap, and that's going to be play action thrown out. Gannon's going to take that catch out of the backfield on the play action and get out across the 50, enough for a Greyhound first down in Bearcat territory at about the Bearcat 47-yard line.
Had me fooled. I totally expected him to hand that ball to Trey Marr, and he pulled it, and Gannon had a head of steam to get that first down.
Well, that'll be it for now for Gannon, because Cannon coming in for Gannon.
Another Greyhound first down.
Bring in the Cannon.
To type the rosters for Max Prep because we didn't have a copy sent to us and saw all of the interesting names going on here in Peaster, Texas. Trips left, snap, and they're looking to throw the ball that way. Quick out in the inside slot guy runs a curl up the hash and gets a catch, and it's going to be enough for another Greyhound first down.
Yeah, brought down by Colin Lynch right there.
You got going a little bit of urgency here. Nothing crazy. Names-wise for the Greyhounds, we've got Leif and Brody and Gannon and another Brody, a Gunner, a Kenton, a Colt, a Cannon. Some interesting names.
Couple
over here.
Cades.
Kaysen.
Norm Hitchkes would have fun with these names.
Yeah. Tremar Gilbert tiptoeing out across the 35-yard line down to about the 33 of the Bearcats. He sure isn't running with as much gusto when he gets the football, that's for sure. I think in the open field you may see him lower his head, still take down a smaller guy, but he's not running that same way into the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm okay with Tremar tiptoeing, that's for sure.
It's going to be a pass, getting rid of it quick. Once again, that little curl route, that's number 5 there. Brody Williams with the catch and another Greyhound first down.
Was it 5 or 6? It was Gannon again. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Peaster's jerseys are gray with blue sleeves, white numbers. Got the blue helmets with the white P on it. Didn't get to go over that before the game.
And Gannon has a kind of a crease in the back of his jersey, so it really makes it look like a 5 when it's a 6.
Trips right for the Greyhounds. Snap, and Pilot Point bringing the ends. Pinching down hard. Tremar Gilbert's going to get about a half a yard there on that first down carry. See what the adjustment is. So early in the year, there was a team running that slant route late in the game that they found some success on. And after they hit it with us a few times,
right?
You saw the adjustment made, and we ended up almost picking one and taking it back to the house.
Yeah, we sure did.
So here we go. See what adjustment, if many, is made. Trips right for the Greyhounds. Low snap through the legs. Now the ball back on the ground.
Let's go, Kel. Let's go, Kel.
Martin has a chance. 40, 45 ducks out of a Gilbert tackle. Being drugged down.
Oh, no.
No.
Trying to hand it off.
He tried handing it off. It looks like big number 54 for the Bearcats might have got on an Angel Salazar.
And I hope so.
Oh, no.
Wild. That was wild.
The Bearcats get it.
Wow.
But he turned around and tried to hand it, and the bar shot up like a bar of soap just out of nowhere.
I'll take it.
Oh, but the Bearcats get it. So the snap was low through Gunnar McElroy's legs. Gunnar McElroy was able to get it, and as he picked it up, I think it was Cooper Locke just demolished him.
Yeah.
Caused the ball to come back out where Kel Martin picked it up at about the Peaster Greyhound 30 and returned it all the way, or at the Bearcat 30, and the Bearcats returned it all the way to the Peaster Greyhound 36-yard line. Fourth quarter, Bearcats looking to extend this lead.
That was a unique tackling approach, too. They're trying to tackle Kel by his britches.
Well, that's why he's trying to hand the ball off.
Trying to give him a wedgie.
Snap. Good shifty move there by Anderson. He's going to get out to about the 33-yard line. That's about 3 yards on the carry. Man, they're going to watch that in film, and it's just like, no, slow motion.
Don't do it.
I saw him before he did it, and I was like, no, stop. But ultimately it paid off. The Bearcats get on it. Bearcats have the ball deep inside Greyhound territory so far here, all the way down at the 32 already.
33.
Offensive possessions that start in the other team's territory is always good. Wyatt Smith keeps this one out around the left end, and he's going to be about 1 yard shy of the line to gain for the first down. Going to set up third and very short.
Third and a long one, maybe 32.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got old T-Slay in there, D-Mars 54, a lot of the regulars. I know Caleb Marsh made an appearance early in the game, but spending his time watching the Astros. Ugh. Priscilla Vasquez in here. Good to see everybody in here. Quarterback sneak back at it. 3rd and 1 is going to get about 3 yards on the quarterback sneak. And that's enough for another IRC Real Estate Group first down. And it's going to bring us under right at about 8.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter, brought to you by the Peacock family. Here, after this next play, let's get a Corner Cafe District score report. But right now, Pilot Point Feed Store scoreboard check. Under 8.5 left in the fourth quarter. Pilot Point 15, Peaster 6. The clock is running, and the rain is starting to come down again. Snap, handoff up the middle, no gain there on first down from Gage Anderson.
Yeah, right on the Corner Cafe check. Brock is beating Ponder handedly, 62-13 at halftime. Whitesboro's up over Paradise, 18-7, and our Allen Eagles back on that side of the Metroplex is up 7-0 over Prosper now after a lightning delay in that game.
Got these two receivers stacked way out left, and it's going to be another run. Wyatt Smith's going to keep this up the middle, and he's going to get all the way down to about the 15, which is the line to gain for an Irish Real Estate Group first down inside the Point Bank red zone.
Yeah, I think my old basketball teammate Lance Goodrum is probably listening to the cast, and he would like this kind of night because he never liked to pass the basketball, and we're not doing a lot of passing tonight. So it's his kind of night. Oh, Lance, he'd like to put on a little dribbling exhibition while all his teammates were wide open under the basket.
Here we go. No gain on the first down, quarterback power up the middle. And the Bearcats going to, here in the Point Bank red zone, have a chance to really put some distance between them. And then you start, so we talked about the significance of 17. Tiebreakers are going to be points scored, but instead of allowing you to count up some of the blowouts that happen in district matchup, I guess the most points you can get credit for
17.
is 17, which would lower. We have a negative 7-point differential to Boyd. So if we come out with a 17-point win here, that would put us plus 10, and then it would make next week's Peaster Boyd game really matter. Little swing out to Gage Anderson's going to catch it inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Not a whole lot there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Gage took a big hit there. Did a lot of work for only a couple of yards.
Shout out to John Burris in Oklahoma City tonight listening. If you have, want more information on how the district shakes out and what it takes and what the tiebreakers are and all that, the district report by Professor Diggs would be a big help in all of that. So give that a listen. I'm sure he breaks all that down and lets everybody know going into next week exactly what all scenarios are. But the Bearcats got to see this one home before we start getting into all that. Low snap, dribbled. He doesn't go to a knee to catch it, and then he throws it to Jesse Rangel, who takes a big hit from Chamar Gilbert and couldn't bring it in. Wyatt Smith was pressured there, floated it a little high. Jesse Rangel went up, high-pointed it, and took a hit from Chamar Gilbert and dislodged the ball there. 5:56 left in the fourth quarter, and we're going to get an appearance from Elias Aleos here, kicking in the rain and the mud and all that, and the ball is teed up at about the 13, which is going to make for a 30-yarder right here. Ball right hash, wind at his back, ball teed up at the 20, 30-yard field goal.
Rain is going his direction.
Yeah, got the left foot.
That was very loud and solid.
That hit?
Yes, sir.
Snap has been high, but Wyatt Smith puts it down. The kick is high, and it's far enough.
Good
and it is through. The
sir.
clock didn't run on the play. So still 5:56 left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats extend the lead 18-6.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats.
Southern Junkie kick is up, it's deep, and it's going to be fielded by not number 11, Chamar Gilbert, at the 5. And he is just a dancing and a tiptoeing all the way from the 5 to the 16. Number 2, Ty Steedley. The flag's back. We're going to get an offsides on the Bearcat, which is really going to take that from us. But it looked like Ty Steedley caught that ball and danced like twinkle toes for about 10 yards before he was tackled. Yeah. Even one of his players just went to him and was like, hey run. Just
turn it up. You got space to begin with.
Steedley doing his arms up and down, basically talking about the lanes to go. What he doesn't realize is, if there are no lanes, you still need to get as many yardages as you can.
Their sideline is yelling, "You have to go! You have to go!"
He was waiting for. Oh, they're switching him out.
Oh, they fired him.
Yeah, you got one chance, buddy. Cannon
That's
Keeley's
it.
now the guy. Kick it back to Steedley. You see where he's at. That kick went all the way back to the 5-yard line. So Leos, man, that field goal as well. I mean, it was high in the air and it had plenty of distance from 30. After the first couple kicks he got in the air this year that weren't very good, since then he's been
Man, he has dialed it in, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's MVP of that Ponder game.
Well, and this is a good kick, and this one is going to be caught now at the 9 by Keeley. Keeley got the memo. He's hitting it with some pace.
He's turning it up.
And he's going to get all the way out to the 35-yard line of the Greyhounds, and
Return
that's what
up
they
to
wanted
the
Steedley to do there.
35-yard line.
He caught the
The
ball,
Peaster
didn't
will
wait
take
to
over
see the
first and
seams.
10.
He just took off, and he's going to get a good return, one of the better returns of the night for the Greyhounds.
Yep. Another good tackle, solid tackle by Kel Martin, though. I'm going to pat myself on the back for calling him the player to watch in the Homeland Roofing pregame show.
He's been
Ryan.
a fantastic
He's
player
had a
on
heck
the
of a game.
defensive side of the night. All but trying to pitch the ball,
Yeah,
hand the ball off
the
on
wedgie
that last
pitch.
play. Yeah.
He was being picked up by his britches.
Trips right, looking to throw the ball. Wheel route.
Another wheel route.
Wyatt Smith saw it, and I believe Gunner might have seen it as he was letting go of it and threw it out of bounds. Gilbert had no shot at it.
Yeah.
Wyatt Smith was kind of waiting on it.
If he would have put that on Gilbert, Wyatt probably would have had a pick six there because Gilbert didn't turn his head. He wasn't really looking for the ball.
5:41 left in this fourth quarter, brought to you by the Peacock family. Pilot Point with a 12-point lead, and Peaster has the ball, 2nd and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 2 backs next to Gunner. Gunner's going to hand it off. That's probably Cannon there, who is going to get slung
Cooper
down
Locke.
behind the line of scrimmage from Cooper Locke, AZL
That run
Gonzalez.
brings up third down.
And that is a
for the
TFL
Greyhounds.
for the Bearcats. You see,
sir.
I think you start to see the energy level, the effort level really starting to take a dive for the Greyhounds here. A little slow to get up here for Cannon. He's going to go down to a knee now all that time.
Yeah.
You either got to get off the
Gannon
field,
McElroy's
get down
having some
early. You
issues.
don't want to take because that really just kind of took about 15 seconds off the clock, and then it's not charging you a timeout when you go to the ground with 5 minutes to go in the game. You start getting under 2 minutes, it gives you, cost your team a timeout. That didn't. It just kind of wasted your own time there.
Yeah, it was beneficial for our Bearcats on that one.
Clock is our friend right now.
It's funny, Ron, the contrast in Bearcat uniforms. I mean, some of them, like Crew, I know he's made some plays, but his jersey's still pretty white. Then you look at the back of Wyatt Smith. it's like in baseball, you would think that, he's been on base a few times,
Yeah, and Colin Lynch, just deep safety. His jersey's not that discolored, but then you look
But
at
he's been
Kel
involved
Martin.
in a lot of tackles.
Kel
Yeah.
Martin is about as dirty as it gets.
Yeah,
Wyatt Smith
exactly.
as well, but
The middle of the field is really starting to muddy up.
I say the whole field is holding up pretty well considering,
Yeah, it really
all
has.
things considering. 3rd and 12, drop straight back for Gunnar McElroy. He's pressured. He takes his eyes down off of downfield for a little bit, but gets it back. Tramar Gilbert with a tough catch, and they needed 12, and Tramar Gilbert caught it with about 4 yards needed to get the first down, and he got 5. First off, he went up and got it, kind of bobbled it, but brought it down. He got it out across the line to gain for the first down. Still in Greyhound territory at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, but big conversion there for the Greyhounds.
A lot of passes going to be thrown here at the end by McElroy. Looking left. He's going to throw it out in the flat, and it is
just
dropped.
pops out of his hands there.
Crew Chandler in good coverage. That was Steedley there trying to make the catch. Ball hit him right in the hands. And I don't know if Crew Chandler had anything to do with it, but the ball just popped right out, and then Crew Chandler pushed him to the ground.
Yeah, that's the second time Crew's been on number 2. Tackled him on that kickoff return.
Snap.
High snap.
He brings it in, though, looking left, has some time to throw, keeping his eyes downfield, looking to find somebody. And ultimately, No, they threw it.
Got holding or
brings up third down.
Holding
a holding
on
call.
the Greyhounds.
Yep.
I thought they threw a flag on a late hit. I was
No.
really disappointed.
No, I thought it was holding.
Incomplete, but the advanced vet care penalty is going to be on the Greyhounds, and I'm taking the yardage, I think, with the clock as my
Absolutely.
friend. 3rd and 10 in this day and age with a passing attack is really not that much, so we're going to take it back 2nd and 20. Peaster had our Pilot Point had a busted coverage there, had a receiver running down the field wide open, but the pressure didn't allow Gunner to get his read that far, and ultimately it wouldn't have counted because there's a hold anyway. But trips left, running back left, Gunner McElroy takes a snap. He's looking to get rid of it quick, but it was covered. Now he's just dancing up in the pocket, finally gets rid of it, and it's going to be caught for about 6 yards there. That
Pass complete. Brings up third down.
Number 18 on the catch there, Jacob Felton. And it's going to bring up a third and 16 here still. 3rd and maybe 15.
Been impressed with the tackling from our Bearcats tonight. That's another good tackle by Kurt Chandler.
The ball is on the Greyhound 41. The line to gain for the first down would be the Bearcat 44. So that's 15 yards there. 3rd and 15. Snap, play action, looking to throw, pressure, Batista chasing McElroy, and he escapes the pocket, and Cale Martin pushes him out at the Greyhound 49-yard line. That's going to set up a 4th down, and you have no choice but to go for it if you're the Greyhounds here. Eddie Batista banged up knee and all, flushing McElroy out of the pocket. Going to set up a 4th down here, 4th and about 7. Ball at the Greyhound 49, needs to get all the way to the 44 of the Bearcats. Bring some pressure here, John?
I would.
And they don't.
Well,
they do. Oh, and he slipped, but McElroy didn't understand. It's 4th down. He threw it away. Turnover on downs, and he took a hit. That's like, besides turnover on downs, but besides like a pick 6, that's the worst of the worst. You threw it away, you got hit anyways, and there was a turnover on down.
In his defense, this bleacher was wide open over here, Ryan. I don't know if you saw that, but Cooper Locke had nice pressure.
Yeah,
nice pressure on him.
Hey, guys.
Down on the Kanos CrossFit sideline, Mike.
Yes, sir.
What do you do here with the ball, knowing that we really need a touchdown to help our situation?
Thank you.
I'll tell you this: if it was a 1-score game, I'm keeping the ball on the ground. I'm just going to take the win. Being a 2-score game, I'm probably going to – I like the formation. I want to get some hard runs. And, I'm going to try to get it in the end zone, but I'm not going to –
Not going to force anything, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do both. I'm going to try to use 3.5 minutes to score touchdowns.
You're not exactly going to go full-on conservative.
Yeah. I'm going to try to use 3.5 minutes to score a touchdown right here. So it's 12 points. So a touchdown – gets us over what we need. Even a field goal, it doesn't get us the full 17, but it gets us pretty close. But every point could matter. Wyatt Smith's going to keep this one up the middle, and he's going to dance, out across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line of the Greyhounds. Line to gain will be the 39 of the Greyhounds. I like what we're doing here, and we're not like. We've never purposely brought the play clock below 10 before, Yep. It's like if the play clock gets below 10, we're probably going to get a delay game anyways. So, you don't have to worry about us, like, really draining the clock other than just being able to keep the ball. Under center here, this might where I love the drop back play action that we ran out of this.
They're bringing pressure.
And that's what it is. And it's going to be thrown, and there's some contact down there.
There you go.
And it's going to be a touchdown for Aston Kirby. We're going to see who they call the pass interference on.
I think they're going to get Aston.
Touchdown is the signal there. We'll see what he calls on the flag. I think he threw the flag before the push. So I think he threw the flag on the defense. We'll see if he changed his mind after the push. Nope, call it on the defense.
Yeah.
The touchdown will stand. And 42
Peaster coaching
yard
staff is
touchdown.
not happy.
Aston Kirby, now we're at 12 touchdowns through 4 games.
Wow.
That's probably going to put him close to 100 yards receiving on the day.
90 yards, 4 catches, 90 yards.
4 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not going to eclipse the 200 mark. But, Chance, there it is.
The Peaster coaches have deemed it a terrible call.
They were very
and Elias
animated over
takes
on
a
this,
hit,
on this
celebrates taking a hit after making the Nick Stallion PAT. We'll talk about the play and all that comes with it after a break. We come back. Bearcats up 25-6.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats.
For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine, either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night.
And we're back here getting a goalkeeping pool stat sheet check. Wyatt Smith, 9 of 18 on the night, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think one of the most important numbers here is 0 interceptions. I've got Gage Anderson, 26 carries for 132 yards. Colin Lynch, 4 for 21. Wyatt Smith, 17 for 53. Receiving, we got Ashton Kirby, 4 catches for 90 yards, another 2 touchdowns. Crew Chandler, 3 for 64 yards. And we've got Pilot Point total offense of 370 to Peaster's 190. So on the touchdown play, before the ball got to Aston, there was a lot of hand pulling. I feel like you probably, that's where he called through the flag, and I could easily understand if you called a push off there on Aston. But afterwards, the Bearcats went for the Nick's Italian PAT. The kick from Aziel Gonzalez was up, and it was good. And afterwards, he took a pretty big shot. So it let him move the ball up 15 yards on the kickoff, and he just did the Southern Junkie kickoff and kicked it.
25-yard line.
From Alejos.
About 10, 15 yards outside the back of the end zone there. Excellent kick. 2:19 left in the fourth quarter here, brought to you by the Peacock family. The Bearcats 25, Peaster 6.
I think it's safe for me to mention this, but number 8, I won't say his name. I think that put him over 1,000 yards.
Interception by number 8, and he's got a chance to get in the end zone here at the 10, 5.
Oh, he trucked the guy.
Him, man. And I think because
I think he's going to be down at the 1.
At the 1. But what a good time to talk about number 8
wow.
right there.
Down to the 1-yard line.
That's the West Heightsman Insurance Service big play on that interception, and he absolutely destroyed whoever tried to make that tackle at the 1, and they were able to get him out of bounds. But geez Louise.
Made him pay for it.
At what cost? Yeah. Man. Golly, what an excellent. That interception came off of a tipped pass. So what worked for him earlier in this half, throwing the curl and that inside slot receiver, that's what they did. Ball was a little high, tipped right off the hands of the receiver up in the air, and Ashton Kirby on the run intercepts it and brings it all the way down to about the 1-yard line of the Peaster Greyhounds.
What do you think, Wyatt Smith, quarterback sneak here?
Oh, my gosh, guys.
We fumbled it.
It's so elementary. You have to let everybody get set. Goodness. People are still
going to take it back 5 yards.
Yeah, guys are still running on the field from the timeout. I mean, Aston had to run from the sideline all the way down to the far side numbers to get in position, and the ball was snapped, and he wasn't even close.
I think Wyatt was a little eager to get in the end zone there.
Illegal procedure, I think.
Going to back him up 5 all the way to the 6-yard line, so it'll still be 1st and goal in the point bank red zone for the Bearcats. Snap. And Wyatt Smith says, I want that touchdown. So he went and got it on that play. Zone read, he keeps it, escapes out the backside, and gets it in the end zone. 2:04 left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats extend the lead 31-6. Well, this went about as good as possible in the second half, didn't it?
Absolutely it did.
Both sides of the ball. I mean,
no
really,
complaints.
take away the Tremar Gilbert kick return to start the game, the punt return to start the game, right? Bearcats got the opening kick deep in their own territory due to the fumbled kickoff reception. and then
They've
punted after 3
dominated
plays.
this game, really.
Punted after 3 plays. Shamar Gilbert
Offsides on
delivers
the
it all the
defense.
way back
That penalty
to the
is declined.
Bearcat 20. They
Extra
get in the
point
end
is
zone.
good.
Since then have done nothing, and the Bearcats 2:04 left in the fourth
2:04
quarter,
left
up
in the game.
32-6.
Pilot Point 32. Peaster.
That touchdown was very Dakota David versus Bushland.
Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets.
Southern Junkie kickoff being teed up, this time at its usual spot on the 40, no flag after
Ron,
the
did
kick.
you think that touchdown or Aston's run over there looked like the Bushland?
Yeah,
very
Dakota David versus Bushland there.
I just thought of that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Some confusion on the kick return. They're going to let the ball rumble all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Shout out Kanos.
Another Southern Junkie touchback here for
Elias
Alejos.
Now he's going to lay out on us.
Yeah. Punishment. Yeah, see what it's like.
Payback.
Shout out Dakota.
Yeah, shout out Dakota David. Yes, sir.
In Plainview, Texas, listening in.
Here we go. Balance formation. 2 receivers right, 2 left. See what the Greyhounds want to do. 2:04 left. They're going to throw it out into the flat, and it is dropped. Heat-seeking missile coming over there from the Bearcats secondary to make that tackle. That's why the ball was dropped.
Pass incomplete.
Absolutely.
Brings up 2nd down.
Bearcat defense has really stepped up tonight.
Yeah, short yardage on that first drive, like we said, and that's all that they've gotten so far.
Great tackling, great game plan against Gilbert and McElroy.
Only 190 yards of offense so far for the Greyhounds, and they're going to try to get a big chunk here, and it's just not there. The Bearcats secondary is ready for these
Incomplete
plays.
pass. Brings up
Little
3rd
wheel route from the inside slot there. The wheel route from wide receiver positions has not been what's got the Bearcats this year. It's been wheel routes coming from out of the backfield, and even that has not really been that successful.
Yeah, the last 2 games we've really bottled it up.
Tramar Gilbert did have, I think, one of those earlier in the game. But obviously it wasn't a big play. He still only has 21 yards receiving on the game.
We covered it so well. I think Crew got an interception against Boyd on that wheel route.
Straight drop back to pass. Another heater thrown to Steedley. And the receivers aren't helping out Gunnar McElroy there because that was the same pass that was intercepted by Aston Kirby. And the same thing just happened. Hit him right in the hands, shot right through the hands. And that time the defender wasn't sitting there ready to catch it.
Yep.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
We're big Peaster fans now.
Yeah.
We're pulling for Peaster.
Should we give them a confidence boost?
For those that don't understand what's happening.
Well, we're not talking about the rest of this game. We're talking about next week.
Yeah. Next week against Boyd, we need a Peaster victory.
I was going to say, maybe we need to give them a little bit of confidence boost on the rest of this drive. Let them get some yardage, but they just up and punted it.
Pilot Point will get the ball 1st and 10 on their own.
1:52 left. If they've punted the ball with 1:52 left in this game, down as big as they are, they're conceding defeat. I wonder if you come out here and you take a couple knees, because with this amount of time, well, no, they're not. They don't really instill the 40-second play clock here, so you're probably
it looks like we're taking a knee because we've got Gage Anderson really deep in the backfield, right? And Wyatt is
I'd like to be more
traffic.
I would really like to be more sharp running the victory formation here. Still trying to get it lined out here. Snap, the knee, and that is one thing. Wyatt Smith is not going to do much for his total official yardage at the end of this one. You know, when you take a knee under center, you lose a half yard, a kneel down.
Yeah.
You're taking the snap 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Jeez. Ouch.
Ryan, little last corner cafe check. Whitesboro, it's gone final. Whitesboro beat Paradise 18-7, and Brock is up over Ponder 68-20 with
So that-
5 minutes left in the third quarter.
That seals the deal at the top of the district, right? So Brock is your district champion because even if Pilot Point upsets them next week, second place team is Whitesboro. They have the tiebreaker.
Right.
That seals the deal for Whitesboro in second. That seals the deal for Paradise in third, I believe.
Third down
So
for
now
Pilot Point.
what you have is a big old mess next week for the final playoff spot. So Chance, does this with a Peaster win over Boyd, that still requires a Brock victory or victory over Brock?
I don't think it does. I think we just need a point differential.
Hey, you got me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, we just need a Peaster win over Boyd. What we do with Brock is irrelevant at that point.
All right, yeah. So that's the end here. It looks like that's the last snap, and they're going to put the play clock at 35 seconds here to let this one run out. So all hope is not lost. The Bearcats stay alive one more week with a 32-6 win here on the road at senior night in Peaster. Next week, the Bearcats will have to deal with their own senior night at home as we take on the Brock Eagles. But as important as that game is to try to finish the season on a winning note, it'd be nice to beat the district champion at home. Really, all eyes are going to be what I imagine will be in Boyd next week in a Boyd-Peaster matchup. So we're going to be huge Peaster fans from here to next week.
Go Greyhounds next week.
Go Greyhounds, absolutely. We're going to have to end the Homeland Roofing pregame show next week with Go Bearcats and Go
and
Greyhounds.
Go Greyhounds, absolutely.
So, but we've gone final here, and they've already turned the scoreboard off. Final score is 32-6 Bearcats. We'll get one final goalkeeper pull stat sheet check. The Bearcats 155 yards passing, 221 yards rushing for a total offense of 376. They did have the one fumble in the first half. Peaster 141 yards passing, 49 yards rushing for a total offense of 190. They had 2 interceptions and a fumble, so 3 turnovers. Individually, Wyatt Smith 9 of 18, 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gage Anderson 26 carries, 132 yards. Wyatt Smith, 18 for 60 for 2 touchdowns. Colin Lynch, 4 for 21. Aston Kirby, 2 for 9. Receiving, Aston Kirby, 4 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not to mention the big interception where he was 1 yard shy of another touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And then we had Crew Chandler, 3 for 64. Gage Anderson, 1 for 2. And that's the stat sheet for the Bearcats. The team stats, Gunnar McElroy of Peaster, 13 of 30 for 141 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. On the ground, Chamar Gilbert, 13 carries, 44 yards. Gannon McElroy, 4 carries, 5 yards. Gunnell McElroy had no yards rushing because of some losses on some rushes, but he did have the 1 touchdown.
Losses on the sacks.
Yep. Well, that's going to be final here. So we'll have a CNS CNS Designs post-game show this week. A Homeland Roofing pregame show, and we'll be ready to bring you guys senior night from Massey Stadium next Friday as the district champion Brock Eagles come to town and the Bearcats try to take it to them.
Yeah, it'd be a good test. We've played better on the road, road warriors, if you will, I guess, but it would be nice to finish off the season with the home victory.
This moves us to 3-2 on the season in the road. So yeah, we've been a winning team on the road. Well, it stopped raining just in time for the drive home, and that's all we have for you from Peaster, Texas tonight. So the final score, once again, Bearcats 32, Peaster 6, and go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
You've been watching Bearcat Football live on the Pilot Point Bearcat YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel, and you can watch the Bearcats every time we're in action. We would love for you to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And also, if you want to keep up with all the ins and outs of Bearcat and Ladycat athletics, go to pilotpointbearcats.com. Here you're going to find the Bearcat Insider and all the pregame and all of the postgame shows throughout the year as well. For Ryan Menard and John Little, we do thank you for watching. This has been a Chance Kirby, Roger Marsh production. And until next week, go Bearcats!